Try living in a world without colors. Every day going no, nothing other. But you don't really want to be gone. You just wanna feel like you belong. Is this just me? conclusion is this: if you cannot for lives unseen, look away from reality, hide behind a mask, look confused when you're asked what you've done to help humanity. It's not you.
Okay, cool.
All the harm we've done to ourselves, to the earth, to the voice not yet heard, to the world left behind our own.
Alright, welcome everyone to the final day of the Monash Cup. We are in the grand finals for Dota 2, where we have Manticore A versus Culebre A. Now, we have Manticore on the Radiant side as well as Culebre on the Dire, and they are gonna start us off with the really quick bans here on Venomancer and Darkseer, as well as Undying and Ogre Magi. Now, these are actually very popular bans from both of these teams in the previous match during the semifinals where they faced off, and Culebre came out on top with a 2-0 victory. Manticore did make a comeback from the lower brackets to make themselves a well-known force in this tournament to come back into the grand finals for a rematch. So this is going to be a really interesting battle between the two sides. So let's get right into the picks here. It's actually going pretty fast. We have Grimstroke and a Spirit Breaker picked as the pause 4s and 5s respectively from both teams, as well as a Doom pick coming out immediately from Manticore. Probably going to be a pause tree. Doom is still pretty strong regardless of the nerf to his Devour. Phoenix is going to be selected here from Culebre as their next choice, and we will be seeing what they have in store for us. Now, there is a possibility that Mars is still available. There was a chance they could as well combo with the Faceless Void Chrono with the egg, but apparently that is no longer an option since Manticore is already banned that. Lich is banned as well on Culebre, and Phoenix does have the option to be comboed with Mars. Batrider is going to be seen as no longer available in the hero pool. Then we will see what Culebre has in response to that. And the Nyx, interesting. So Nyx is actually one of the stronger laning phase picks because he just sort of, you can't really bully him out of the lane. He will always regenerate it back with that feast. Really good lifesteal, great sustain, especially with the tweaks to it, allowing it to do a lot more health regen, lifesteal. Instead, it used to be based on missing remaining health, but now it's just pure maximum HP. Spectre is going to be seen as a ban here, followed by Juggernaut. These two were banned in the previous game as well. There was a 100% ban on both games with Ogre Magi, Veno, Undying, Zeus, Juggernaut, Ricky, and Magnus when these teams first faced off in the semifinals. Let's see if that's going to be history repeating itself, or is it going to be deja vu?
10 seconds.
10 seconds on the clock. This is going to be a best of 5 for those of you who are watching today, and whoever reaches 3 games victory is going to be coming out on top as the champions for this grand final. So may the best team win and good luck to them, and let's get back to the picking phase. Okay, so they are going to burn some reserve time here. They're kind of thinking of what they can work with the given heroes that are banned as well as available and remaining in the pool. They could go for something a bit more provide a bit more CC for their team, because Bara is very good at starting fights, Phoenix is good at following up. However, they still need something to ensure that they get a good lockdown, and Jakiro is that answer for that. Really good range. Ice Path is really strong as a catching ability for or disengaging. Macupire, a very good team ult, especially if they manage to, you know, place it underneath the Supernova. It makes it really
10 seconds.
not really a great situation if you're trying to hit the egg to destroy it.
5 seconds.
Bara is actually a very good team fight initiator, followed up by the Phoenix, and Jakiro can just follow up with whatever spells he has at his disposal. Probably gonna need an Eel Scepter or a Force Staff, given that there's gonna be a Doom rushing in to get the combo off with the double Doom on the Grimstroke's ultimate. And let's see what Manticore has in their arsenal of heroes that they can make use of the situation. So for those of you who are joining us today, my name is Shellshock, and I will be your observer and caster as well for today. So hope you guys enjoy the stream, and let's continue on with this reserve time being burned out here as well on Manticore. They're going to put a lot of thought into this because this is the grand finals. You want to make every game count. Every advantage you have to your team is one step closer to victory. So with the Spectre and the Juggernaut pick being banned here, these two are actually pretty strong in the laning stage. Well, Juggernaut especially because of that potential of nuking damage from the Blade Fury, and Spectre is just an overall great late game carry, which you want to shut down as fast as possible. Otherwise, it's once she gets into the jungle and it's secured with wards, you're actually going to be having a very tough time shutting her down there, because you're going to have to commit a lot of resources, a lot of momentum to just find her in that spot, and she can just haunt away or just reposition. And the third pick here coming up from Manticore is going to be the Pangolier. Great mobility, a lot of damage coming out from the Swashbuckle combo together with the W as well as the ult. And the E is especially annoying if you're going up against a core that's reliant on hitting, for example PA and Sven especially. A Sven that can hit is a Sven that can do anything in a team fight. Speaking of which, Sven is still available in the pool, so if they're looking to play it, Culebre does have the opportunity to select him, since they did play him in the semi-finals. I think it was game 2, where the Sven played offlane by Salt, and he kind of got a pretty good farming on him. Aghanim's Mount almost a Silver Edge. And there we go, a PA, interesting pick to fight against the Pangolier. She might be having a hard time, especially if they can't get enough lane pressure there. So what is Manticore's choice of carry to beat up this PA? Sven is still available in the pool, or if they want to be a bit ballsy, they can go for a Phantom Lancer as well. Okay, 17 seconds left of reserve time here. They gotta make this count. If they burn it up all here, they're gonna have to make sure that they get their final pick right. So it's probably gonna be a carry pick. Okay, it's a Snapfire. So maybe Snapfire mid, I guess. Well, I have seen right-click Snapfire work at mid, and it decimates teams that aren't prepared to deal with that much damage. The instances from the little Shredder can be really strong, especially if you don't deal with her early on. She gets that Midas popping up, ganking lanes with the Mortimer's Kisses, and there we go, a straight-up damage hero. So 49 seconds for reserve time, and they are going to be taking their common. Okay, so they banned out the Ursa. Okay, interesting enough. Well, it does seem like with the Doom and the Pangolier, they want to be Manticore is trying to look for more of an aggressive playstyle and get into Culebre's face to not give them the opportunity to farm or kite their movements. So with the Pangolier's ult, he doesn't really have to care much about stuns or roots unless they have like a Treant Protector, but with the Zeus ban here, it was banned as well. It was 100% banned in the semifinals. Magnus as well. Both of these heroes were also banned. Sven no longer available for Manticore or Culebre, because I don't think they want a Sven with Aghanims just yeeting straight into their face, especially to their supports. You don't want the Jakiro to be caught off guard, because if he doesn't have the ability to save himself around his teammates, then they're going to be in big trouble in team fights. 10 seconds on the clock. They don't have much reserve time. They only have 9 seconds, so they're really going to make sure that they make this count. So without the Magnus, a lot of carries won't have the access to farm really fast. But here he is, Anti-Mage. Really good pick here, I feel, because he does fit the theme, if you will, of the team, which is going in, getting what they want, and getting out. So with Snapfire with that little cookie, can either engage or disengage pretty well with the Grimstroke as well. So what is going to be their mid here for Culebre? Odie still in the pool. TA isn't really the best choice because she can't really do much against an anti-mage. I'm thinking maybe Invoker is still available. Who else? If they want to be a bit unconventional, they could go a Timbersaw, just soak up all that damage, because they are kind of lacking in a bit of the frontline area. Aside from Spirit Breaker and PA, they don't really have that much of a front phaser, because once PA gets her BKB off, oh, there we go, Slaughter. Alright, so we have quite a lot of physical damage for Culebre, and meanwhile Manticore is pretty even in terms of balance when it comes to the damage. I kind of torn between which team is going to be making it. If Manticore gets the fatal, let's go for the ulti for Grimstroke together, coupled together with the Doom as well as Mana Void, that could potentially be an instant kill. Whereas if Culebre gets their items on, that PA is going to be very, very scary. I don't. PA is more of a fighter, so she's not going to be that focused on farm unless she gets a Battle Fury first item. Then that's going to open up the avenues for AM to get his Battle Fury and possibly rat the game throughout until he gets his items, maybe his Basher and Abyssal, and then he'll probably just start joining T fights. So we have Mad Dog on the Spirit Breaker, Azula on the Phoenix, Aqua on the Jakiro, Salt on the PA, and Vio on the Slardar. Now, if I remember correctly, Vio was also Isla of Pakistan in the previous games and semifinals, whereas Jerry Boy will be on the Grimstroke, Yepuda is the Doom, Poi is on the Pangolier, Das, Snapfire, and Yase Anti-Mage. So this is going to be game 1, and let's get right into it, folks. Let's do this. Yes, Pangolier.
Friends, let us skirmish.
Total Spanish.
Alright, I'm not gonna call it out right away from the get-go, but I feel that both teams have a really good synergy with each other in terms of how they want to take their team fights. So it looks like it's going to be a mid Bara? Okay. Yeah, so it's going to be a PA core with the Jakiro babysitting him. Phoenix looks like he's going to be going into the off lane with the Slardar, so it is going to be a mid Bara. So I think some of you guys have seen the videos. I think it was Arteezy who kind of pioneered the mid Bara meta. And it is pretty good because you got a hero that it's not only beefy, but he can initiate from anywhere of the map. So he could take like maybe a route from mid behind the tower straight away to the lane, and you wouldn't know if he's gone or if he's actually going for a gank, because you wouldn't really expect him to be hitting jungle creeps. For those of you who don't know, Bara is actually one of the hero with the slowest base attack time, and doesn't really make him a great carry option provided you can get him some farm. Oh, it looks like the Radiant team is going to have 4 heroes on the left side. They're trying to look for a wraparound. They do see the Jakiro, so they know there's at least 3 heroes at top. They're probably going to look to push for a bottom here. Salt, he's in a bad position. He's going to be caught out. The Jakiro is going to throw out the dual breath to see whether he can save his teammate, but a little bit of block, is it going to be enough to get him down? Oh, it looks like the PA is going to walk away with his life, and no blood is going to be spilled here. It's going to be a pretty good advantage for Manticore since they did get a majority of the runes, it seems. Okay. So, onwards to the laning stage. It's going to be a mid Doom versus a mid Bara, melee versus melee. You don't see that too often. So we have the ward here. It doesn't look like Yepuda wants to use his ward immediately. He wants to try to bait out as much as possible. Skilling the Devour at level 1 is going to ensure that he gets some decent HP regen and, you know, extra income. Alright. So let's see what we got here. Offlane Pango and Snapfire versus a PA and a Jakiro. Oh, he missed the shotgun. A bit lack of damage there, so it's going to be a bit of breather for the PA since she's not going to be worried about that much damage. Oh, meanwhile, the AM is going to get beat out of the lane here. Nothing much he can do. He did skill this mana break at level 1, so that's not much in terms of escape early on. So they are going to have to play a bit passive this first few levels, especially since you're not going to want to waste all your resources to get these too low. But, you know, Fire Spirit's pretty balanced spell. Alright, so it looks like Jerry Boy is going to be pushing off the wave. Gonna see if they can get the pull here. So as a +5, you always want to make sure you get this camp here stacked and then pull it. If not, you're gonna have to rely on this camp as well. If your carry is, you know, feeling kind today, he can be a jolly good guy and use the Quelling Blade to cut off this tree, create a pathway for you to pull the creeps. So they are kind of like checking to make sure that there's no wards. So Jerry Boy's on it immediately, but he's gonna go for the pull early on because the Anti-Mage is not having a fun time. He's getting bullied out of that lane immediately. He's already dropping pretty low. Meanwhile on mid, let's see what's going on. Alright, so it's pretty even. However, the Bara does have 2 more denies, so he's going to be having a bit more of a level advantage. He made that 3 denies. Okay. So meanwhile, top PA is going to be not skilling, not getting a magic stick immediately. Gonna get the Wraith Band. So they did change it to not just give attack speed, but the extra armor, if I'm not mistaken. So there has been made to be a case for some strength cores to actually get Wraith Bands now, whereas bracers now just give HP regen instead of the magic resistance. Okay, doesn't look like there's going to be any sort of first bloods going on here. Oh, as I say, that enemy is going to be pressured really hard here. He's forced to use the blink early on. Jerry Boy is caught off in a bit of an awkward position. They're going to commit the Icarus dive, as well as the bash going to hit on him with the Slithering Crush. He's going to fall down. He's going to be first blood. 2 minutes 51 seconds in, and already the first has fallen. Goes to Culebre. Alright, let's see what's going on at mid. Bara is going to be scaling up, yep, 2 points into his bash as usual. It looks like the Scorched Earth is going to be popped to harass the Bara out of the lane for now, but doesn't look like he's going to be very efficient in terms of usage. He's not going to be using it to pull, damage the neutrals on the side of the lane. He is stacking up on his bracer here for Bara. This ward does give him vision of a potential gang from the bottom lane. Oh, looks like... Oh, okay, the Slardar just got pulled down. Okay, must have missed that, unfortunately. So that is a 1-for-1. So both cores on each team at the bottom lane have fallen. And the wave is going to get pushed out here. Nothing much they can do. But on the bright side, at least the Slardar isn't. Okay, so the Radiant have fortified to make sure that they get some sort of pull. Oh, okay, they were pushing the top lane. Looks like they're going on Salt here. Oh, Das is pretty low, taking a lot of damage from the dual breath as well as the liquid fire. He is going to heal up himself, but it doesn't seem like anyone's going to die here. They do have a magic wand. Yeah, sticks and stones. So the wave has been pulled up here. Not the cleanest pull I've seen, but it does get the job done. Lane is behind the tower, so it's not like Manticore can dive. There we go, poking a lot with the Swashbuckler on the PA. You gotta make sure you try to get as much damage on her as possible, but she is very weak to magic early on in the game, so you want to use that to your advantage, and pull is gonna be successfully done here by Das. Good job for him, gonna help him to, you know, control the quick wave a bit. It looks like they're gonna contest this here with on Culebre. Let's see who gets the last hit. They do have the dual breast in case they want to make sure they get the skills, but the Scatter Blast, yeah, pretty good at last hitting. And it looks like PA is going to be getting the last hits over there uncontested. Slardar wants to... going a bit too far there. He has to be careful. He's dropping pretty low. He still has to solve in case he wants to heal up. And the bounty runes are going to spawn. Oh, okay. So the stun Inkswell on the anti-mage doesn't seem to connect onto the Slardar, but he is falling really low. He's going to be bad for him, but he even with the stick doesn't manage to save his life. Oh, Magic 1 doesn't manage to save his life. And it's going to be 2-1. With barely a 1k net worth lead. And the animation is going to pick up his Ring of Regen. Yep, Ring of Health. Yep, there we go. So he's going to use that as a permanent tango. He's going to save money and regen, and he's going to look towards getting his power treads. You always want to try to get the boots as the first item on your anti-mage to make sure that he just has the, you know, the stats. It's really valuable. Oh, he is caught out here. The question is he going to be in trouble? Looks like he's going to be fine. Slardar is really not something that we go on for. Meanwhile, at top, it looks like the Aqua is going to be chased all the way back to behind his tier 1. It looks like he's going to lose, Salt's going to lose his courier as well. Unfortunate there. He's going for a Battle Fury as well. Okay, interesting. He does have 2 Wraith Bands, so that's pretty decent stats. Oh, PA going in here. The Scatter Blast is going to connect as well as the Ice Path Dual Breath. There's a lot of damage here. Stacking Dagger, and the cookie comes out because it pops the Magic Wand. Manticore, they are in a very good position here to take this, but the charge is going to come out onto the Pangolier. PA does manage to blink up aggressive defensively, and the Junk Hero, he wants blood. He's trying to see whether he can get this kill, but meanwhile, Mad Dog, Choo Choo, he gets the kill. Oh, and the Doom's being committed here as well onto the Soul. He's better getting out of here before it's too late, but it looks like they're going to be fine. It's currently a 3-on-2, and the double kill goes on to Mad Dog. Ooh, this Bara is really scary. PA does get killed off here by Yepida. That Scorched Earth does a lot of damage combined together with the Doom. There's no way for her to save herself. Bara charging in with the Ice Path combo, really good here. Kiting here, gonna make sure that they don't commit too much on Aqua, trying to poke as much as they can. But it looks like he's gonna be made a rush out. And oh no, the bash, 17%. Sure, man, sure. And just like that, killing spree for the Bara. Really good for him. Wonderful gank. A lot of communication going on here from the teams. And meanwhile, bottom looks like it's mostly just skirmishes here and there, nothing really serious. But oh no, Anti-Mage, he might be overcommitting here. It's fine. He has the blink and get out. But the Inkswell is just a protective insurance, making sure that they don't unnecessarily give away a kill, because you want to make sure you have as much lane presence to this Anti-Mage and not give the Slaughter free farm. You do not want to give this guy Moonshard and Assault Cuirass with BKB. That becomes an unstoppable stopping machine. He gets the stun off, but it's a bit big of a dive here. He gets the bash out, but is it enough? Yes, he will fall. He did not manage to get the blink off in time, and he will be died under his tier 1 tower. The Salve's going to be popped here to let Slaughter make sure nothing unexpected happens. Okay, so Anti-Mage does fall. And okay, things are sort of calming down here. Meanwhile, the last hit seems to be pretty favorable for the Dire side. Let's get over ahead and have a look at the hero level. Bara's level 8, 7, and 6 respectively. Cool. Oh, look at that. That Bara is topping the network with that triple, those 3 kills at top lane and the killing spree as well. He looks like to be building drums on a more awesome choice. Very good team item, great stats. Was kind of nerfed in previous patches, but it's still a pretty decent item. Meanwhile, Doom is going to be getting the same item as well. Well, it's already at 8-minute mark. The jungle items have already spawned, so they might want to start going in and getting those free good stuffs. So doesn't look like there's going to be any action happening here for the time being. The Doom is going to look to finish up his drums. Same goes to Bara, who is closer to it thanks to those 3 kills. Okay, it looks like he's going for a gank at top. Meanwhile, what's happening here? It looks like they know that the Bara is committing a charge and they're trying to get out as fast as they can. Roshan doesn't manage to smack him on the first hit bash, and he will connect onto the Snapfire. Oh, the Snapfire manages to get pushed up onto the the cliff. A bit of an awkward situation there, but they do manage to save his life. Nothing of value was lost. Like literally, was lost. Oh no, the Phoenix, he just walked in, he didn't have vision, and he's gonna get doomed immediately, and as well as the silence, making sure he's gonna fall, but the Jar is gonna charge in, and the dominating spree going into him as well. The PA is jumping in straight away to the Pangolier, who doesn't have Swashbuckle available. He is going to fall. It is a 2-for-1 trade. Not exactly an optimal situation for Radiant, but it could have been worse. I think it was kind of fortunate that the Phoenix was unaware that there was a Doom right next to him, and he just skedaddled right past him. Okay, so wards up here and there. PA is now at the bottom lane. Seems like it. Okay. Well, it is uncontested. And you definitely don't want to put your Anti-Mage against the PA, especially when she has that level 6 crit. Bounty Ritz is going to spawn up here. Anti-Mage is going to be chased off. But it looks like the Phoenix is going to get the last laugh. Meanwhile, at top, Culebre is going to secure the runes here by the river, warding up to make sure they actually want this tier 1. They have 3 heroes positioned in to take a fight. Oh, Bara looks to be charging in, but the question is, who is the target of choice? Oh, it's just creeps. Alright, cool. Ho, Azula, you might want to get out of there. Doom's right there, but does he have the mana to use the ult? No, it's on cooldown. He's going to be fine unless he pops the ult right now, which he will. But it's a level 1 ult, so 5 hits is just all it's going to take to pop that egg, and down he goes. 200 gold in the way of the Anti-Mage is going to be helpful for him in his journey to Battle Fury. Meanwhile, Salt is just going to be chilling here by himself. Doesn't look like he's interested in taking any fights. Going to be casually farming with that Stifling Dagger. He knows that there's numbers on Manticore here at the bottom lane, and he doesn't want to overcommit. He's just going to try and harass as much as he can and get the last hits. They don't really want to go on him as well because they're not really sure where is the rest of his team. But here comes Bara, choo-choo, and the hit does connect. Gonna commit the Nether Strike as well, but the bash. Oh, that was a very fortunate time to get the bash on him. A lot of damage coming out, and the PA comes in to help clean up the mess, but the kill does finally go onto the Bara, who is doing pretty well in this game. But meanwhile, at top, oh, Vio, you gotta get out of there. There's a lot of numbers here. The silence gonna be coming out as well. 4 people pounding on this one fish. Ew, no, what a... I want to say gangbang, but yeah, pretty cool. They're just missing one more hero to make it a complete cluster.
Radiant structures are
So
fortified.
social distancing, people, really important.
Dire structures
Net
are
worth
fortified.
here, 5.3 on the
Jax
Bara.
thinks Radiant's bottom
Every
tower is
kill
about
at
to
this
fall.
early stage or this early on the stage is going to be really important for him. Oh, looks like the PA is going to be still farming, but Bara he still wants more. He wants more kills. Unstoppable kill streak on Mad Dog. This guy is literally unstoppable. Someone has to take him down there. They don't really have any sort of form of lockdown or stun that can really hold him properly, but even so, he does have the bulldozer to help with the status resistance. And that thing scales up pretty well, and especially when it's level 20. Okay, looks like they smoked up here. What can they do? Oops, they found the Doom, but he does manage to get cookied slightly further behind the back line. He's trying to make his way out with the drums. He's going to yeet out of there.
Jax thinks Radiant's bottom tower is about to
Yep,
fall.
that seems to be about it.
He's
Bottom
home.
lane's pushed out pretty well. They're kind of pinging it to, you know, alert their teammates that they gotta pay attention to
Radiant's
the
bottom
PA
tower
that's
is under
been
attack.
actually having a lot of free farm here. She is gonna TP top lane to get some more farm. Yep. And mid lane is gonna be pushed here. This is Culebre's time to take a tower. They seem to be in a very comfortable position, but the question is, are they enough to take on 4 heroes in the mid lane? Oh, the disruptor, the grim strokes also gonna connect onto both of the supports, and they will fall. The egg's not gonna be able to pop out, but it's gonna get coupled together with the Immortal's Kiss, and that is a double kill for Das, and that's not good. I mean,
Dire don't want
if you're Mad Dog at least.
Radiant's top
Okay,
tower.
Bara's gonna charge in. He does get bash immediately, but the Nether Strike manages to come off. No, the Phantom Embrace comes out just in time to save his teammate, and he's gonna salve up. That's gonna be it. Nothing too crazy. PA is very close to her Battle Fury. Now let's check up on that animation. He's almost close. He's not as close, but he's there. Yep.
Do Radiant want
So
their
it's probably
tower
going to
to
be interesting to see whether either side is going to be getting a halberd on either their supports or maybe the Doom and Bara. Oh, Bara seems to be going the Echo Saber build. Right click, bash, bash. So if you want to be a great basher, you got to be like Sing Sing and say, bash, and the bash will come to you. Trust me, it works 1% of the time. Okay, 4 armor is going to be picked up by the Bara. He wants to be able to tank more of those hits. Oh, he doesn't even need invisibility. He sees the Grim Stroke here and he's going to go straight for him. He's like, hello, friend. Nether Strike, going to connect, but the Ice Path won't. And it looks like Jerry Boy is going to fall to the Azula, and he says, thank you, how do you do? Oh, they see the Pangolier, they want more blood. They want to take as many kills as they can to create wall space for this PA, and they're doing a really good job here. And the batch is going to count on immediately, and the Pangolier is going to swashbuckle all the way. But Bara, he wants more. They're going to try to see if they can bait anything out, but I don't think they want to find the high ground because it's a very dangerous
Jax
place
thinks
without
Radiant's
vision
bottom
here.
tower is
Even
about
though
to
this Bara is
fall.
pretty farmed, you can always, you know, hiccup every now and then.
And here's
So
a
it looks like
fortification from Radiant.
Manticore is being pushed back to farm in their triangle. They're not really taking control of their jungle, it seems. They don't want to. Or maybe the PA is already clearing up. Oh, no, that's the Slaughter, who is looking to finish his blink. Meanwhile, in mid, the push is still going on, but the Swashbuckle is doing a great job in clearing off those creeps. They do see the invis room, but whether they want to make a use of it, they are contemplating, do they want to take a fight? And the bounty rules have been picked up here, and the 4K net worth lead for Culebre is going to make sure that they are somewhat more in the lead in terms of farm. PA is going to look to finish up her boots. Okay, great. Oh, Mara, he's going to charge in straight away for the swashbuckle. He's going to get in off in time. Nope, he looks like he... Oh, he does, but alas, he does get taken out by the last hit by the Phoenix. And the double Doom does connect, as well as the double Phantom Embrace. Sladar comes in to TP and he loses almost half of his health just from the Mortal Skits. PA Salt, he's going to go in and see whether he can do any damage, but the Doom is just going to yeet right off. Grimstroke going to use the neutral onto the Snapfire, and they do manage to kite a lot of the CCs they have here, but Mad Dog, he's going in really deep here behind tier 2, and it looks like Das is going to fall. Oh, Grimstroke, does he have anything that he can pop off here? Nope, but it looks like Swashbuckle is going to connect on to 3, and the Phoenix pops up the egg immediately. They're going to have to make sure to deal with this. If not, it's going to be a bad fight for Manticore, and they are going to fall back here. So they have the Rolling Thunder wasted and committed, but so is the egg from the Phoenix. Looks like Anthony doesn't seem to be interested in fighting. He does have his power treads completed, and yes, they've taken up the mid tower, opening up the map. I'm gonna see if they can get any more kills. Bara, where is he going? Okay, he's gonna clear up the top lane, which means Phoenix is all alone here. Oh, he has the Mimi Hammer. Okay, really great item here to combo with any sort of lockdown they have, as well as nice pushing potential as a support. PA is in a very close vicinity to the Doom, but he has to be careful. Oh wait, he doesn't have Doom. It's fine, she's safe, but you know, better safe than sorry. So wards up on both sides, so they kind of see where the rotation is going to be coming from unless they smoke up. Mid, it's going to be Phoenix holding up the line by himself. He doesn't have a Supernova, however, so it's going to be dangerous, especially since Das and Poi are going to position together with the Grimstone to see what they can do anything, but it looks like Slardar, he's nearby to capture them, but he does make it out. Oops, Slardar, he gets the bash off, as well as the Legion Cup, and comboed up with the Ice Path, and he is going to fall, and that is a dead Pango. They do manage to bait out the ult from the Grimstroke, and that seems to be about it, nothing much. And Manticore is kind of pushed back to their tier 2 to defend at mid, but they do have vision here with this ward, courtesy of this ward. They're trying to make sure they buy as much time for their AEM as much as possible, but with Doom having a Blink Dagger, actually they can go for some sort of smoke gank here and make a play. Question is, do they want to take a team fight without the Grimstroke ult? They want to double Doom to get maximum efficiency. Oh, Vambrace on the Anthony is going to be great. The stats is nice. Charge coming in from Bara. He is going to commit. Oh no, he backs out halfway, but Icarus Dive does come out. And the egg coming out once again for the support. He's going to fall, and that's just a very dead man. Oh, they're not done. Bara, he sees the Doom. He does already blink out, so it means he doesn't really have much of a way out of here unless he just commits the War Stomp. Does he not? Nope. It looks like the W is going to be enough for him to get out, but the Slaughter does come in as well to throw in a little bit of extra DPS. Oh, they're going to commit 4 people here. The Ice Cloud does not connect, and the Sunray is going to melt that Doom down. Oh my. Even with the stats given up from the drums, it doesn't seem that he's going to be able to survive because of the corrosive haze from the Bara. It looks like the Bara from the Slaughter, and the Bara is going to go in right here. Oh my lord, that is a lot of damage. Never underestimate a Slaughter, boys. That minus armor is going to be a lot. Oh, meanwhile, looks like the Jakiro foil and back because of the wraparound from the Pangolier, who does get taken out. So it's going to be a 3-for-1 here in favor of Culebre. Oh, he comes here and say hello. I'm just going to take these creeps. And the Meme Hammer is going to be thrown to go and get some push up on the tower, but the Fortify is going to be baited out here, which is good news for Culebre, as they want to get as much pushing potential done as possible. And Anthony is going to be the next target here. Is he going to fall for victim for this next assault? He pops the E a bit too early for that, and he looks like he's taking... Oh my lord, the damage from that crit! 600 damage was more than enough to actually take that PA's life, who is topping the net worth charts here. This Bara is unstoppable. Every time he gets a kill, he's going for a new one, and he doesn't even care that there's 3 heroes right next to the tower. Oh, he's going straight for the Doom, but he doesn't miss the time to War Stop immediately, and the Sunray is going to be coming out from the Phoenix, and no one dies? No one dies. Okay, cool. So what is the game plan here for Manticore? Their AM's dead, so they're not really creating space for anyone besides just defending their mid tower. Their Pango is still quite far away from his Maelstrom. Oh, Slardar, he's getting caught out here with the ultimate. He is going to run away thanks to that Q, but he jumps back right in to get the crush on. But looks like the Pango wants to try and make something happen with his ultimate, but the Bara charges in, immediately gets stunned up right away from the War Stop, and the egg does get popped. Oh, unfortunately from the Snapfire, that Live Shredder does a lot to help with that attack speed. PA here, she tried to jump on the AM, but the AM just switcheroo and then went for the Jakiro. Doesn't manage to do anything. PA changes immediately back onto the Doom, where he uses Doom on the Slaughter. Doesn't look like anything's gonna happen from that. Even if he falls too low, he's just gonna get denied from his teammate, and it is a similar 3-for-1 trade in favor of Culebre, who have a massive 13k lead this early on into the game. And it looks like they're gonna go for Roche here to pile on in their advantage. Slaughter with PA is a very, very comfortable combo to just 2-man deal with Roche. Oh, meanwhile, bottom. Oh, they do manage to pick him off. Finally, Godlike Spree for Yase. That's a lot of gold for him to help him get onto his Manta. It's pretty good. Pretty good. He's going to be able to hopefully Manta dodge the Bara's charge and or the Nether Strike. So the two supports are just going to watch each other's backs right here. and push out the lane and keep the pressure on mid because they want to see if they can get that mid tower because it's going to open up a lot of map control, allowing the focus on just the bottom lane afterward probably, unless they want to go for the mid lane. But it looks like oh, Phoenix is going to go for the aggressive Icarus dive here. He's going to be caught out by the Doom with Warm Storm, and it looks like he is going to fall. Alas, that was a bit greedy, and he just got punished for it. 300 gold going to DOS. Okay, so it looks like the Manticore are stacking up into their jungle along and seeing whether they can cover up each and see whether they can get a tower. They need to play a bit more objective because you know, the PA with that age is going to be a problem later on. Bara doesn't seem like they want to take a fight. They do see the Manticore hanging out in their triangle. PA does manage to spot them out but doesn't get anything done. Wait, what? Oh, Gripstroke gets caught out here by Vio. Just doing a support's job, support's life. Okay, so PA does have her Desolator, Battle Fury, and Yasha. Okay, that movement speed and attack speed is very valuable, alongside with the armor provided by the agility. Slaughter has his Force Staff and Blink available, so he has quite a lot of options to go in and out of the fight. His PA is Phoenix going to be seeing a case of deja vu. Nope, like he's going to be fine. They do manage to bait out the second fortification at the mid tier 2, which is good for them if they want to take an objective right now. The AJ should be expiring within the next 3 minutes, so they might want to keep their eyes on the clock. AM is going to be farming up their jungle. He is still a bit far away from his Manta style, about 800 gold more. And as we say that, the mid siege has begun, it seems. Nope. Creeps have died. They're repositioning in the jungle. Doesn't look like the Slaughter is anywhere near them to take a fight if Manticore were to jump on them right now. The two supports are actually really exposed, but I think that's the point. They want to bait out as much of the CCs from the rest of the team so that the PA doesn't get focused on. She doesn't have the BKB yet. She's going for the Abyssal Blade next, and she is going for the full damage build, which is understandable. You want to nuke that Intermatch as fast as possible to make sure that he doesn't get a chance to survive. Oops, doesn't look like he's going for the anti-mage, but he might get caught in the crossfire here. Oh, is it fast enough? Nope, he's not. He's gonna blink out of there, back to his base, and meanwhile Jakira's gonna get caught in the triangle. He's gonna fall to the amount of magic damage they have here on Manticore, and it does go to the Doom. Let's see what he's trying to build up here. BKB, understandable, but it's not gonna be really helpful against the Phoenix Egg. Supernova stun as well as the Slaughter ult unless he wants to purge it off. PA, oh, they're gonna be in big trouble here if they don't get out fast enough, but screw that. PA and Slaughter just go straight onto the Grimstroke and he falls immediately. The Doom goes onto the Phoenix, and this is actually a really messy fight. It's split into two halves. While the anti-mage is gonna fall to that 1,160 damage Ultra Shield going on the Salt, and that is a terrible fight. Rampage for PA. Oh. What turned out to be a gank turned out to be the reverse gank, and 17k gold lead for Culebre. Jeez, that's just PA without an Abyssal. So that goes to show when you don't find a good way to lock down the PA, this is what you can do to your team, especially with 4 supports. That anti-mage was actually half HP. He could have blinked out in time if it wasn't for that 1000 nuke from the Stifling Dagger. Man, that's scary. And the top tier 3 siege is gonna be going very smoothly. They don't have much numbers to defend their base, but it looks like Gio's gonna go for the aggressive blink, doesn't get anyone off, and the Doom blinks in aggressively here as well, gets nothing in return. Everyone's trying to be a bit careful here, especially Manticore. They don't want to overcommit, and if they die here, it's going to be GG. They can just end the tower and the tier 4s and go for the straight for the Ancient. But it looks like Salt, they're aware that the age is going to be expiring soon, and they want to just make sure they get as much objectives as they can without committing too much with their resources. Alright, so let's check up on the item builds. Silver Edge is completed on the Bara. Not sure if it's that necessary, and mostly you're just going to get rid of the Swashbuckle as well as the anti-mage passives. PA, oops, bottom lane, they get the anti-mage, but they do find a real one thanks to the Charge of Darkness. PA is going to be shackled up here, not going to be able to use any abilities, but it looks like that's just going to be about it. Slaughter going aggressively with the Force Staff, and PA gets back up. She wants to go straight back into the fight, and the Phoenix is going to use the Sun Ray to heal their team back up with a lot of damage as well. Screw the damage, PA is doing the work by herself. Okay, this is another case of fountain diving, folks. They are pushed back all the way behind the tier 4s and the ancient as well. The Mortimer's Kiss is going to be used as a bit of a zoning ultimate, but little they did know that there's a bar right next to their face, and because the Silver Edge, that dash immediately combos together with Ice Path. Is the Inksail going to be enough to save his life? No, the Slaughter is going to be with the Collision Craft, and he is dead. Das is dead for 45 seconds, 20 seconds on the end page. There's nothing they can do right now to hold off this assault, this relentless assault on their base. They need a really good team fight here. They need to pop off both the Grimstroke and the Doom to get their ults off together at the right time. Grimstroke is trying to do his best to push out the wave with his Q, but it doesn't look like the Stroke of Fate is going to be enough. There, we're going to back off here, and Culebre is going to go for the tier 2 at top and probably look to finish the game. GG has been called on Manticore, and well played to both teams. Culebre just became the more dominant force with a staggering 25k gold lead. That PA ultra kill, and I mean Rampage, was probably the decider at this point. And that concludes game 1. We will return with game 2 shortly.
It's me. What if it's me looking down on me? The world above must also be. This could go on for infinity. Color coded just to keep me sane. My world is finally starting to take shape. I press the button and it bursts into life. This time nothing will escape my sight. I see the stars and the planets soon follow. Expect to have the universe by tomorrow. Just sit back and relax, don't worry. The world can wait. No need to hurry. Try living in a world without colors. Every day going no, nothing other. But you don't really want to be gone. You just wanna feel like you belong. Is this just me? Cause I feel like this is not how it should be. But the conclusion is this. If you care not for lives unseen, look away from reality. Hide behind a mask, look confused when you're asked what you've done to help humanity. It's not you, it's not me, it's all together. Try to change all the harm we've done to ourselves, to the earth, to the voice not yet heard, to the world left behind our own.
All right, welcome back to game
It's
2
raining.
of the grand finals for this final
It's
day
Diana.
of the Monash Cup here at Dota 2,
What's
brought to you
Radiant's
by
bad plan
Shellshock,
anyway?
your caster, and also Observer. So Culebre took a strong lead, strong start into the series with a
It's Diana's
win over Manticore. PA getting a rampage was definitely my highlight of that match. Whew. Anyways, let's go on to the second game, and we're already right into the ban phase here. We're gonna see Culebre ban Ogre Magi and Undying straight up, right off the bat. Same like the
It's
first game.
Radiant's pick.
Venom and Grimstroke are gonna be banned this time by Manticore. Now, I think they're gonna be trying something a bit
Dire's
more
pick now.
spicy. Oh, speaking of spicy, we have Darkseer. Now this guy is very annoying to go against, especially if you don't have a laner that can deal with the Ion Shell immediately. You need either a range or something that can at least kill the creep. Otherwise, your lane is gonna keep getting pushed
10
in,
seconds.
and your creep wave is always gonna be under the tower, where you're gonna be taking a lot of
5
damage from
seconds.
that Ion Shell when it reaches level 3. So, what is Manticore's game plan here against Darkseer? Well, Drow Ranger is also a possibility, but I don't think they want to pick a core that early into the game, and maybe if she gets banned, then it's going to be a bit more difficult. Juggernaut is also pretty good at dealing with it with that pretty good base attack time. First pick Underlord. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay, so Zeus gonna picked up here as well for Culebre. A lot of nuke, especially if you're going for a mid, but I'm kind of feeling like it's gonna be a plus 4 Zeus. Great support in terms of dewarding. He's a free walking sentry. But when he gets that axe, whoo,
10 seconds.
mama, that's scary with that
5
Aghanim's
seconds.
effect.
It's Radiant's turn to ban.
Okay, Manticore this time gonna be picking up the Phoenix. So, Onslaught Phoenix, quite a lot of spirit damage. The damage over time can easily be dealt with if you have Legion Commander or Purge of some sort, maybe a Nyx. It will also deal with that. Juggernaut also deals with it pretty well. And Puck's gonna ban. Oh, Puck's getting banned here in Culebre. Well, I like Puck's latest
It's
change to,
Radiant's
I mean like his change to his Warning Rift. Really nice that the silence allows you to reposition yourself this time. Bara is getting banned here from Manticore. They don't want to deal with that mid Bara shenanigans again. So better safe than sorry. 12 seconds on the clock. The otherwise going to
10
be running up
seconds.
into their reserve time for Culebre for the next ban. Let's see what it is. It might be a Void
5
ban, might be a
seconds.
Juggernaut ban. They don't want someone that can deal with the or maybe nice. They don't want someone who can deal with the Phoenix. Who, yeah, probably.
Just who will Dire?
Dark Willow.
What's Radiant's
Interesting.
ban
Sven's
anyway?
been bad as well. Okay, so Sven would go pretty good with the Darkseer if he gets the surge off. Void, yep, they don't want to let the combo get off, especially since Matsuko's gonna be picking first after this ban phase. And Chrono with egg is actually super strong because it baits everyone to go close and hit the egg, and then you just trap as many as you can with that Chrono,
10
and
seconds.
skadoosh, they did. So 7 seconds on the clock.
5 seconds.
Are we gonna see a lot of wombo combo here? We've yet to see Earthshaker
should
being
pick now.
played, which is a very strong pick. And well, no surprise there that the PA is gonna be kicked out of the hero pool as well. They don't want their supports to be deleted immediately, especially their cores.
10
So
seconds.
for terms of carry, Spectre is still available, Nyx is still
5
available, Draw
seconds.
Ranger as well. All pretty reliable picks for them.
It's Radiant's pick.
Let's see what they have. Witch Doctor. Okay, makes sense.
Dire
So
should pick now.
Manticore has quite a lot of sustain here, and so is Juggernaut. Juggernaut with the healing ward. However, Phoenix coupled, Sunray coupled together with the Witch Doctor's, voodoo magic. It's gonna be a great way to sustain sieges, especially once they all get their first items and level 6. They can actually just storm the castle of the tier 1s and tier 2s without
5
any
seconds.
real issue unless they get pincer attacked from behind. A quick vacuum into wall of replica from the Darkseer would prove to be quite problematic for Manticore. So warding and vision is going to be a very strong essence of their future team fights in this game. Okay, reserve time is gonna be gone into here from Manticore and Morphling. Ooh, and I wanted spicy. I got it. Are we gonna see the shotgun build? Ooh, that's gonna be really interesting to see here. I want to see that Zeus pop like a cherry.
What's Radiant's ban plan anyway?
Ancient Apparition is going to be the retaliation pick. He does deal with the healings all on Manticore, so Culebre does have an advantage over that, provided that they do get the Ice Blast onto their desired targets. If you get it onto the Phoenix, if he doesn't have his ultimate ready, he is dead because Q and W both use up health, which kind of makes it easier. Pokemon is going to be banned here. They want to, I guess, negate any sort of kiting from Manticore, as well as the pushing potential, since they actually have a very strong lineup to just stick as 5. But let's see what their next pick is going to be. They've yet to pick I'm assuming that's going to be a mid Morphling, so we've yet to see their carry, unless there's going to be a carry more. Still works. Still works. Okay, 50 seconds on the clock. It would be ironic if they actually got a clockwork and it turns out there's going to be a mid a carry Morphling and a mid clockwork. Have seen it done. I think Cork used to do that at one time just for giggles. Well, they are actually taking all their reserve time for this for this ban here. Let's see. Tiny. Okay. A lot of nuke damage, understandable. You don't want to get the Morphling caught off guard. They actually have a bit of a problem here with Culebre, which is a really strong lockdown for that Morphling, which is important later on into the late stage of the game. And Void Spirit is going to be banned. Really good initiator. You can couple together with the Morphling to have double remnants and also double jumps.
10 seconds.
With the dissonance as well, is going to be very annoying for them to deal with, especially with
5
the
seconds.
couple of squishy supports they have on the Zeus and AA. Okay, 30 seconds for this final ban. Let's see what they can deal with. Well, they already have shown their carry pick. It's all that's left is their mid. I mean, TA is still in the pool, OD is still in the pool. Maybe they can go for Shadow Fiend, but that doesn't solve their. It does help with the Wombo combo. It doesn't really help with their
It's Radiant.
stun CC crowd control problem. Treant Protector is going to be banned here from Manticore. He is a very good split pusher if he gets this Mime Hammer early on. And Teamfight is going to be especially annoying because the Phoenix won't be able to get his Icarus Dive
10
away,
seconds.
and the Morphling won't be able to waveform out of it. Unless he
5
manages
seconds.
to morph the Juggernaut and use the Blade Fury. So, final 31 minute and a half for Culebre to take their pick for their mid, it seems. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? So Manticore currently also needs either a carry
It's
slot
Dive's
or
turn to pick.
mid interchangeable.
Spirit.
And you've got one Ember Spirit, you got the Void Spirit out, but you still have Ember Spirit. And in comes the Storm Spirit. So it's Spirit's battle in the to the death at mid lane here. So, alright, this is gonna be interesting to see. A lot of diving potential here from Manticore with the Morphling Phoenix and Storm. Culebre does have a strong laning presence, I assume, with the Juggernaut and Ancient Apparition, but it's nothing too crazy. Still manageable if they manage to get some wards out. So we got Vio on Adoxia, Mad Dogs on Zeus, Mega Fag on Juggernauts, Aqua on the Ancient Apparition, and Azula, the Fire Princess for the Ember Spirit. Very fitting name. I'm Not Human is going to be Underlord for the Team Manticore. Das is going to be on the Phoenix. Jerry Boy on the Witch Doctor. Yase on Morphling. And Bubbles on the Storm Spirit. So we are going to go into Game 2. Let's do this, ladies and gentlemen. 6 wins in a row before this match. Ooh la la. That's something you want to kind of show off here. Meanwhile, Storm has won his last match as this character. So, you know, really intimidating factors. That's what the versus screen is for, ladies and gentlemen. And let's get into this. So it's going to be a carry morphling
That's
with a
where you prove
mid
yourself.
storm spirit
Well, not to me.
with
Already
mid.
set my
Wait.
mind. And
Oh, it's a mid Zeus. I've been bamboozled. Okay. So it's a position 4 Ember. Ah, right. That completely slipped my mind. Okay, so yeah, pause 4 Ember is also a thing now. Very good harass with the searing chains as well. Nice root, nice damage. Now this mid lane is going to depend whether the Zeus manages to get that D ward on the Observer ward early on, but that's why the Storm Spirit kind of put it up slightly further away from the middle of the lane. So if, let's say, the Zeus went to go and deward it, he would have to take a bit of right click damage if the Storm would position right here at the edge,
30 seconds.
or he would just probably just
Sure
miss
beats the courier
a
races,
wave of
Ajax.
last hits. Oh, looks like the Underlord is going to be found out here. Oh, lag coming out from Aqua, and the pause is going to be coming out.
Time to go.
Okay, looks like everyone's fine. The Blade Fury is going to be coming out, and he's going to take quite a lot of damage here, but he's going to walk it off. Darkseer pauses as well. Okay, looks like both sides... Wait. Jug's lagging? Oh, okay, interesting. The pings are coming out and they're like, kill this guy, he's lagging. Kill him! He doesn't have Blade Fury for like, what, 40 seconds? Yep, 34. Now that's the spirit, guys. When in doubt, life goes on. Okay, so they are going to play with the Juggernaut having a spike in his ping here. Doesn't look like the Phoenix is he's making his way over. Let's see what skill he's going to get. He does have the Fire Spirits. Yeah, pretty good harassment abilities. And the Juggernaut is going to be stuck here. He's like, screw it. Oh no, it's a bit of an awkward situation here. I think he's dead. Pretty much. But they don't really have any form of lockdown since they already casted the Firestorm. And the Storm is going to disconnect here. Let's see what happens at top. Okay, indeed. Okay, Morphling carry with the Witch Doctor is a nice combo with the, what's it called? Voodoo Restoration. Yep. Okay, Juggernaut is back, and hopefully we can get get this game on the roll again. Ready up. Players all good. And let's get back into it. Okay, let's see whether this Juggernaut survives this little engagement here. He's trying to get the body block from the Underlord, but it looks like he's gonna be out there lickety split. He does get skill the
Were you paying
wait,
attention?
was that Curie?
Obviously
Oh wait,
not.
oh, I actually thought that was the healing ward. Now I'm like, no way, he already had the Blade Fury. Okay, Aqua is gonna take quite a lot of damage here. Whew. Barely into the laning station, he's like 20% health down. Okay, he does have a salve to help himself out. But looks like no one's gonna die from this. And Manticore is gonna get more runes than Radiance because of that unfortunate lag spike. And let's see. Phoenix has a lot of harassment early on, but not as much as Ancient Apparition with that E. Yeah, the Chilling Touch. When you get the Aghanims, oh mama, that becomes so annoying to deal with because it's just a toggle effect. And a lot of burn damage coming on here from the Manticore. They're trying their best to push out the deal harassment damage as much as possible. Okay, Vio manages to pull the wave, and if he's lucky, he's gonna get a courier. Azula is in the right position. This courier isn't, and he will pay the price for that. So they get the pull onto the wave, and the tower is gonna be undefended by any creeps. Yase has to sacrifice his own health to make sure that he gets it back, takes as little damage as possible. But if he more shifts to strength, he'll be able to heal it right up, no problem. Okay, let's have a look at the denies and last hits for each team. Morphling is doing pretty well with 7-0. Juggernaut is 5-1. Zeus is 6-2. So currently it looks like Mad Dog is having the upper advantage in terms of assists, in terms of denies. My bad. Brain fart. Oh, top lane. Looks like there's nothing really happening. It's like just a bit of harassment coming out from the Darkseer. Yeah, this is kind of annoying, especially if you don't have a way to deal with it. You either have to purge it off with maybe an Oracle. And it looks like, oh, the Surge is going to be enough. He looks like he's going to fall here. That's a lot of, that's a lot of right-click damage. Oh, this could be dangerous. One more tick. It should be fine. Yep, 30 damage. Okay. Meanwhile, bottom looks like the lane slightly is gonna be pushing up towards the Radiant tier 1. Other than that, it's fine. Fire Spirit is gonna be a little damage harassment for the Radiant for the Manticore on the Radiant team. Salt is trying to miss best to not get zoned out by the Firestorm, and that is a juicy wave coming in here. He has to make sure he doesn't get it denied, otherwise it's gonna be very difficult for him. Oh, the Fire Spirit was just enough to make him miss that last hit, unfortunately. Oh, that South almost got popped if Das was going to really to commit his Icarus dive for that. Yeah, he does have it skilled. Ashfior really balanced here. Oh, they're going very aggressive here on I'm Not Human, and he's going to be taking a whole lot of magic. Oh, he might actually fall from this. Is it going to be enough? Yes, it is, but will Salt trade his life for it? First Blood does go to the Juggernaut, but he does trade his own life and his support's double kill for Das. Oh, I've seen this before when he had it double kill from the Snapfire in the previous game. It looks like he's gonna get it as well on the Phoenix. That is gonna help him, you know, get some levels to his level 6, as well as maybe his Urns. Top lane, Azul does get the Searing Chains onto the Morphling. Okay, Jerry is here to provide some support with the Maledict, but no stun to follow up. It looks like he's gonna be very low. He has to TP back here or not, he's gonna die, and Vio is gonna be left alone in the lane. Yase survives the outcome, the skirmish, without taking too much damage here. Mid lane seems to be pretty passive here. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Ancient Recuperation gets caught off guard, and the killing spree on the Phoenix. That's actually pretty good for him. You always want to get your supports on Phosphor nice and fed, but somehow the Ember Spirit got the... Okay, Ember Spirit has his Tranquils. Mid lane, looks like the Phoenix is going to look to secure the runes. Doesn't manage to find one, and the rune does end up being at top. Zeus is going to get that for his bottle, which is actually an advantage over here. Well, why have one bottle when you can have two? Well, top lane looks like the Yase is going to be caught out by the Ember Spirit, and the Searing Change does come to him, the stun and the paralyzing cast, as well as the Maledict. No, it's just Voodoo Restoration to heal up his core, who's going to edgy up and make it sure that the healing is very efficient. Great thing for being a Morphling is that you can just make healing very easy with a Morbid Massive Splash, but you gotta make sure you keep track of your health as well as your surroundings. So a single nuke, a surprise attack is all it takes to kill you. I don't think the sentry can reach the ward, so yeah, Culebre does have a vision advantage when it comes to this. He's gonna make sure he denies any stacking of any sorts. Okay, the ward here does give them vision of this. Meanwhile, bottom, Culebre is going to make towards the bounty room, it seems. Oh, but the Zeus does get the kill onto Bubbles, who does fall. And bottom lane doesn't seem to be having anything too crazy besides the AA is going to get dived here by the Phoenix. Is going to be looking to get the dominating tree. Oh, is it enough? The stick is enough to save his life. Aqua with the heals. Oh, that was really close. If only that was a level 3, maybe a level 2 Sunray would have been enough. Okay, so the kill on the Storm is going to give more momentum for Zeus in the laning stage. You don't really have much poke as a Storm Spirit because you rely on the overcharge after casting your Remnant to deal damage and harass the enemy. But if your opponent is a Zeus, who is getting dived here by Bubbles, he's going to throw as much as he can to the static. The Q as well as the W is going to lock him down and do a heap of damage to complicate with the overcharge, and he does fall. Phoenix coming over to just, you know, get some free XP and assist gold. Nothing wrong with that. Since he is kind of doing pretty well on himself, he's going to let the Unalloy get some solo experience in the lane, who is still, you know, dealing pretty decent. He needs to get that level 3 Firestorm to do a lot of damage to any of the enemy heroes, as well as he can probably go jungle after that. Stacking is sort of a thing, but at the same time, both supports are occupied on each team. Okay, let's see. Phoenix is not nearby, so they can't really do much here for Manticore. And oh, Jerry Boy is taking so much damage. He does fall to Azula. The side of his is going to be just enough to finish up the job, and he does take the kill. Okay, so Searing Chains. Who needs Flame Guard? Am I right? Okay, so Morphling does get his Morbid Mass, yep. It's going to be able for him to sustain into the lane. Very easy to just heal up any sort of harassment he's going to take. Meanwhile, speaking of harassment, Das, he's at the bottom here taking a lot of turret. The tower hits, pops the Fairy Fire just in case to make sure nothing catches him off guard, especially with the Zeus on the enemy team. You don't want to be in that kill threshold. Especially when you are every one of your abilities, almost every one of your, I think every one of your abilities costs
Dire's
health
top
to
tower is
use.
about to fall.
Top seems to be pretty okay.
Do
They
Radiant
kind of
bombs
calmed down
run
after
out
that
of
kill on
power?
Jerry Boy. Look at this Darkseer. Let's see, what does he have? Okay, working towards his arcane boost. Doesn't seem to need any soul ring to sustain himself. Mangoes are more than would suffice more than enough. Oh, he's gonna TP mid. It looks like he's gonna be jumping onto the Zeus once again, but Storm's gonna be able to finish up the job now before he kills out the Phoenix. Oh no, the Storm is gonna be caught off here, but he does have enough mana to lickety split out of there, but he does lose Scurry though.
Ugh, finally out of
Killing spree from the Phoenix, gonna be taken out by the Radiant, and oh wait, what happened here? Oh, okay, Underlord got solo killed by the Juggernaut, who probably used the Omnish Dash. Yep, there we go. Okay, he does have his kill on the solo kill on his opponent's mirror. Top lane looks like they want to go for Azula, but is it gonna be enough here? They do get the Morphling to get the Searing Change onto the Ember Spirit, but yep, he will fall thanks to the Maledict. I think the awareness of where the support was from Manticore was allowed them to get the kill, as well as the level 6. Great teamwork by them. So let's have a look at the net worth for each player. So Zeus is topping the charts alongside his buddy on the Juggernaut. Alright, so I mean, it's not too early to draw any conclusions because the Juggernaut and the Morphling are still pretty neck and neck when it comes to farm, but the Zeus is definitely way ahead of his opponents. Meanwhile, bottom lane looks like they're gonna go for a bit aggressive here on the AA, who does take a lot of damage, but he does have, oh nope, he doesn't have any healing healing capabilities here. Meanwhile, mid, Zeus is gonna be got his power threats completed. He might be thinking of either going for a Bloodstone if he's feeling greedy, or just straight up Kaya / Orchid. If you get an Orchid on that boy, man, if you're a Zeus, you don't want to be caught off guard. Okay, Zeus has his boost of travels ready, so he can take any fight that happens on the map, assuming that they have the map control. It seems to be more of teams with their own sides first before they actually push up. No deep wards yet. Mostly just defensive wards like this, and the sentries here, which kind of mutual respect for one another. I don't deny you, you don't deny me. Okay, they're pinging. They kind of know that there's a ward somewhere, but the question is where. Okay, Jerry Boy, he's going to be alone here. If he gets caught up by the Ever Spirit, nope, he doesn't seem to want to commit because the Darkseer doesn't have any mana. And the Bounty Wisp is going to be picked up here. Juggernaut is going to spin his problems away, but he doesn't have anything here to take care of this Underlord, who's going to trap him up immediately. Oh, the Storm is going to jump up straight up, but Bubbles, he doesn't get the Electric Vortex up in time, but now he does. The Juggernaut tried to ult his way out of that fight, but it was not enough, especially with the creeps around him. And he does fall to Bubbles, who is on a killing spree. Okay, so he's still far off he's not that far off from this Zeus, but he's getting there. Zeus is still getting his items, I think. What's this next one? Okay, Aether Lance. Okay, understandable. I would personally prefer to get a blink if if I knew there was a storm about to jump me, but seems like he's going for more the safe build where he's gonna spam spells from the back lane. They do kind of see, yep, they saw the Ember Spirit from the ward near the outpost, and they're gonna make sure that they don't overcommit. They do have 3 people here from Culebre. They want to get a kill, but they don't have the Omni Slash available. AA's ultimate's gonna be thrown out here to give them vision, and they're gonna go right in for it. The A's also does connect onto the Witch Doctor, who is going to fall, but the Morphling's gonna spin his way out of there. Okay, 4 heroes committed to top, and it looks like the tier 1 is going to fall here at top lane. Manticore is going to press on the advantage with the space opened up with mid and or in bottom. The Underlord is not going to be contested here. He does have his Soul Ring as well as a Hood and a Teardrop. Okay, it looks like Bubbles is going to come onto the AA, who's going to collapse immediately with the sheer numbers that they have here. And Aqua, the leader from the game. Azula, does he want to make something happen here? They have an egg though. Do they want to really commit it here for the Emperor Spirit? Looks like they are, and it looks like 4v3. Is it going to be enough here? They need to focus on the egg right now, but they can't because the Emperor Spirit is being chained off by the amount of magic damage here. Manticore is going to be a 3 for nothing trade. Ooh, that looks like going to be a tier 1 fall. Tier 1's going to fall here at mid lane. And that's why I said about this team lineup. They have a lot of sustain. The AA was the supposed solution for their healing capabilities, but with him out of the picture immediately, they are like, let's just dive. Alright, so the Storm is looking for his next item. He just has 1.5k available. Ooh, invisibility rune, really nice. Underlord's gonna look to finish up his pipe. It's a really good item for team fights, especially with the amount of magic damage they have with the Zeus and the AA, as well as the Ember Spirit. Not looking really, he's not really looking to get points to the Flame God, so not the most immediate solution for him. It's not really a relevant factor when it comes to magic damage, but Searing Chase is still very annoying to deal with, especially if you're a very movement reliant hero such as Storm Spirit and Morphling. Ooh, that egg was really scary, really well timed with his teammates. A little slip up would have been bad. Meanwhile, Azula's going to be caught out here by the Underlord, taking quite a bit of damage from the burn, the Fire Spirits, as well as the Fire Storm. Okay, so four people on Culebre are going to try to see if they can get a gank here on the Underlord, who does have his ultimate in case he wants to yeet out of there, but it looks like he has to soon. The Zeus is already showing up. He's going to use all 3 of his spells, but is it going to be enough here for him to get out? Nope, it's fine. It's fine. He's not going to get out of there. And since they know there's already 3 people at top, they're going to go straight away for Salt in the mid lane, and he's going to get Kane stunned, but he does manage to get the spin off. Is it going to be enough though to save his life? Okay, Ember Spirit is going to be made. He gets to change the Searing Chain as well, which is nothing, but the Ace is going to be popped there as well. He's going to be ignored. He's going to be last hit. He does get the kill. Double kill for Salt, but he does trade his life for it. 2 for 3 for 2 trade. Ember Spirit buys back straight into the fight and gets the Witch Doctor. Oh, they have the backing without the Morphling, but it's going to be enough. He gets the Searing Chain as well as the Morphling again, but he's going to be able to morph away, but it looks like he's rooted for too long and he's dead. Underlord just got back from the fight, from the well, and looks like he's gonna be the next one on the menu. Oh, they're going straight away for him. Azula is going to be using the surge to get enough space on him, but does he have the Searing Chase enough? No, he doesn't have it. 2 more seconds on the clock. If he did, he probably would have been able to get the kill. The AA's ultimate does miss on him, but Azula, he's in a very bad position here. They do have the ward to see where he's going, so he can't really juke his way out. The Storm Spirit, he's going to go for the Zeus, he's caught off guard here. He doesn't really have any teammates right next to him, and he's going to pop the Illusion Root to try to dodge responsibilities as he can, but he still dies. Okay, that was a very, very intense fight here. Buyback coming up from the Azula. Looks like that's just going to be it. Still a 1k, barely 1k gold lead advantage for the Radiant team. Ooh. So I think Culebre's response to the previous kill when they got 3 kills off for nothing at the mid lane was, if you can dive, we can too. We have an Ember Spirit that has nothing to lose. But unfortunately, they did have to lose their Juggernaut in that fight. Luckily, he did manage to get a double kill, so it wasn't as hindrance to his farming abilities. So he is going to get this Battle Fury within maybe like 16 minutes, depending on how Manticore positions their heroes to try and get some deep wards into their neutrals and jungle and see what they can find. Yep, the Storm is going to get that Orchid up. He wants to be able to solo kill as many people as he can without having to worry about the AA and or the Ember. He doesn't look to kill the Dutch here because he does have the Mecha. 1.3k HP is not a lot, so he might want to top that off with a pipe. So he's going to be the one in charge of getting the Guardian Greaves. Oh, it looks like Manticore, they don't want to get a smoke gank here. They do have 3 together. Mimi Hammer is completed on the Phoenix. Okay. They do see Azula. The question is, are they going to make use of it? They do catch him up with Pit. And the stun does connect, but looks like that's just going to be it. They don't want to overcommit for this. They don't know where the rest of Team Culebre is, and mid tower could be a push potential. They do have the catapult to add with additional damage here, but it looks like Azula's going to yeet right out of there. Snore Spirit is joining here as well. 5 in the mid lane, which means that the top and bottom is exposed for a push. They do see that Salt is here, but he does have a TP and is going to be fine, assuming. Yep. Alright. So, Morphling is going to be working towards his SNY, followed into a BKB. Good choice. He wants to be able to negate as much magic damage early on as possible, especially if he's going to be morphing into the agility side. Oh, Azula and Vio are positioned here together with the rest of the team. Only the Juggernaut is with them, but they don't have vision on him, so could be very potentially risky, especially in front of their tier 1 tower, which their teammates can easily just TP cover in terms of response. They do have a lot of lockdowns from the... Oh, there we go, SOD. They're signaling they want to take this fight. The question is, who can they catch first? Is it going to be Salt? Is it going to be Deja Vu? Meanwhile, the bottom lane, they're already showing 2 of their cores at bottom with Manticore, so there's still not a lot of information for them to work with. They did throw the AA out, and it looks like it's going to be wasted. It doesn't look like Culebre wants to take this fight already because they didn't get the Shearing Chains onto the Morphling and the Underlord. But looks like, meanwhile, Manticore is going to wrap around from the behind here. Journey Boy, he does not get any vision, but the smoke does pop, so they know that it's somewhere above high ground. But the question is, do they want to push it that hard? They do have Das as well. That Storm is going to come in. He does go onto EO, but he changes it onto Aqua, and he looks like he's going to be falling. The Orchid's going to be silenced on. He's going to silence up the Darkseer, and Storm's going to be rooted straight away, but he does manage to get out, but is it going to be enough damage? No, the Egg's going to be popped out as well. They did lose 2 on Culebre, Juggernaut as well as the Darkseer, and no one from Manticore dies. This is actually looking really good for them. Dire team is showing a lot of dominance in terms of their ganking potential with the diving ability of the Storm as well as the Phoenix to cover up. The catch from the Underlord is strong against the Ember Spirit. You do not want the guy who relies on movement abilities to be caught in that pit of malice. Regen Rune is going to be available here for the Storm. Oh, that's like a gift from Gaben. Okay, meanwhile, Juggernaut, he's farming in the top lane here. He has the Massive Madness on. If he gets found out here, he's going to be in big trouble, especially since he doesn't have any TPs. They kind of know he's here because they're pinging, they're crazy. They kind of get him an idea. They know he just took that farm. But Ember Spirit is here to scout out the area. He does break the smoke on the Witch Doctor. Okay, he's going to be caught out alone. If they want to make anything happen from this, the AA is ultimately committed on him, but does it connect? No, it does not. Ember Spirit backs off with his remnants. The Storm is going to go immediately onto Aqua. Bubbles is going to get out immediately after he saw the amount of numbers there, and he's run out of mana, so he has to probably back off and wait for the regen to kick in. Morphling, he is looking to take a fight, but who did he catch on first? The Storm Spirit does go on to Assault, who doesn't get to Orchid up immediately, and well, the Electric Vortex, but he gets that surge off. Bubbles is very low here, doesn't have enough mana to get out, but the Zeus is here to provide the damage. Pipe is going to be popped up. Is that a pipe? Wait. Oh no, that's just the Hooded Defiance. Still early. He's about a few hundred gold away. Yep, 100 gold. What seemed to be a very bad situation for Radiant turned out to be pretty good from the save by the Darkseer. Okay, now the problem is arising for Manticore, whereby this Zeus is going to be a problem to deal with that all that movement speed ability. He doesn't exactly have any way for him to save himself yet, but that's why the Eels is going to be important to purge off the Orchid, as well as delay any sort of gank they have for the team to respond. That 2.5 seconds might be just enough. Wait, was it 1.75? I think it's, yeah, around there. Okay, so what's the game plan here for Manticore? They want to take kills because they are in a sort of commanding lead until that last fight. They are TPing here. Say, Smoke on Ember. They do have some vision. They do see the Witch Doctor. Okay, they pop smoke right now. It's going to be wasted immediately because they want the bounty runes, but at the same time, they don't want to overcommit with just 2 people. The supports aren't going to be enough to deal with it. Storm Spirit is not in a position to fight unless they are somewhat near the river. Otherwise, he's just going to be looking to finish up his BKB, which is really good. He wants to take up, make sure he doesn't get chain stunned by, or just rooted per se by the Ember Spirit and the Zeus nuke. Morphling is in a bit of a dangerous spot here. They have 3 people wrapping around and going straight away with the Ember Spirit. He does move to strength immediately, but looks like that's gonna be it unless they're willing to dive. But it doesn't look like Culebre is sure about what they want to do. They want to take the fight, but I'm afraid it's going to be a bait. Meanwhile, at top lane, they're going to use the Underlord's ulti to go straight onto this Juggernaut. They've already used the Silence as well as the Electric Vortex, so that looks like Salt is going to TP out of there, no problem. So they know that the Underlord's ult has been popped, which means that they can't have a +1 or possibly +4 at any team fight. Okay, so Culebre is kind of sticking together. They got to protect their cores. Azula is going to look like getting some farm for himself. He wants to get the Mimi Hammer as well. Top lane is going to be pushed out regardless. There's no way they can defend against this unless they commit really, really hard. This Storm Spirit is level 16 and the Juggernauts. Okay, Juggernauts did manage to get a lot of farm for himself, but it looks like they do want to commit for this, but is it worth it though? Surge is going to be popped here on the Darkseer, who does get the vacuum off, and the ultimate on the AA is going to connect onto Underlord, who does not have an ulti to save himself, and he will fall to the Zeus. Okay. They didn't get the tower, but they did manage to bait the wall of a replica. Yeah. Guardian Grease is completed on the Darkseer, who is going to be less of a a target you want to go on first. this ward just barely misses the observer, and the supports are just going straight in. They want to get as much vision as they can, but the ward here does spot them out. This ward doesn't manage to seek out that observer, unfortunately. Really close though. This AA is in a very, very risky spot. The Storm gets for the haste rune, gets lifted up immediately, takes up a lot of damage, loses about half his life and also more than half his mana. However, Age is gonna just melt to that Morphling, who is falling pretty low because of the ultimate and this Ice Blast, but he's gonna be fine. Looks like this is gonna be about it. He's gonna heal up with the Voodoo Restoration now. That would be a great time to have a Zeus ultimate, but unfortunately it is on cooldown. Storm Spirit is halfway to his BKB. Let's see how the rest of the team on Culebre are doing. Okay, Yule Scepter has already been completed a while ago. He's halfway towards his blink. So a lot of mobility and survivability here. Meanwhile, Bubble's gonna go straight in without any mana. Is he gonna be in trouble here? He looks like he's gonna vacuum off onto 2, but it's not gonna be enough to save Bubble, who does fall to the Omnistar. Is gonna be popped up here as well. Where is the egg? It's not available. Oh wait, it's been popped already at the background, but is it enough to scare them off? No, Bubbles is gonna fall for nothing here. They only got the Dark Seer. Jerry Boy is going to lose his life with a triple kill going to Salt. Ladies and gentlemen, is this going to be a rampage here? No, it doesn't seem like it with 1 kill already going to his other teammate, and without Icarus dive, he'll be fine. Oh, Juggernaut, you don't want to go too far. If there you have a buyback, you'll be in deep trouble. And it looks like Culebre are going to push on the advantage and possibly take this mid-tower. Juggernaut's just gonna keep up with his fire. He doesn't want to even take the tower. It's like, you guys handle it. I got better things to do. Zula is gonna look to finish up his Mimi Hammer. Juggernaut's going for his, Satanic. Okay. He wants the man fight. That's his game plan. Satanic into Manta. He wants to be able to purge off the Orchid as well as just tank through any damage. This causes damage over time. Only the Morphling and the Witch Doctor are really the main sources of nuking potential with the Maledict. Archer Apparition is almost about halfway to his Glimmer Cape, which is going to be important against surviving against that Storm Spirit combo nuke. Especially with that Orchid, you don't want to purge it off eventually. I think they might want to get a Lotus Orb here on the Dark Tier to help with that. Especially if this Morphling is going for the shotgun build, which doesn't seem to be the case. He's getting his BKB into Skadi, so it's going to be a right-click Morphling, not the one-shot Trick Master. And both teams seem to be farming up their own respective side of the map. Mid push is inevitable going on now. Juggernaut is going to use his spin, but they are going to be using the glyph as well to buy some time for them to reposition and scare them off. But how long can you keep this Juggernaut at bay? He is pushing relentlessly with his teammates, but the Pit of Malice as well as the Firestorm is probably going to be enough, even with the AA helping out with the long range hits, and it does fall. They are going to go in here. Ember Spirit just commit that after the Fire Remnant, but is it going to be enough? The Mimi Hammer is being thrown as well, but it barely misses. Well, even if he did manage to get off, it would have amounted to nothing because the rest of his team doesn't seem to be interested in fighting. Juggernaut is going to see whether they can get a kill on Bubbles, but it looks like he's going to get out of there. He does sense the danger and wants to be in a safe position to take a fight. Okay, Ember Spirit, he does see the illusions, and they do know that the Ember Spirit is there from on Manticore. Question is, do they want to take a fight about this? Oh, the vacuum gets on the tree with the back wall. Replica is going to be enough to take out 2, but no, the egg that's popped out is going to be taken out immediately by the Course and the Culebre. Oh, and the just popped his ult. Escape is going to be enough damage. No, he gets out of there. So they did get the egg. They do get both supports, and looks like there's nothing they can do right now on Manticore to stop this push on top lane. Culebre is going to push the advantage and pick on this tier 2. They still have the Juggernaut Omni Slash if they want to make something happen here. Azula is in a very nice spot, unseen, behind the tree line. And he will have 2 Remnants, soon to be 3, to be able to make something happen. They probably want to take Roche after this. Once they've cleared out the jungle, you always want to suffocate the enemy's carries or cores from the lane. Do not let them farm in their jungle, do not let them farm on the lane. Choke them out, and you will be having an easier game. As a carry, especially, you will want to take all their farm. Just yoink it, steal it, take it for yourself. Be selfish. Oh, they spot out mid lane Storm. He's a little, but doesn't look like they're interested in taking a fight, especially since they already used their Wall of Replica. And it's probably one of their bigger team fight potential spells, and they're going for Roche immediately. Yep. Now the question is, does Manticore want to take this fight? They can, but it's really difficult without the... oh, meanwhile, mid lane here, they do catch on to the Ember here. He's gonna fall, try to dodge it with the side of the fist. Oh! Wonderful timing there! He does get away with the remnants, and the BKB is gonna be popped here, but is it enough to bring the Morphling down? Looks like it's not. Very close though, very close. Okay, and the Roshan does fall to the Radiant, and Salt gets the second life. So he's probably going to be using it to push the towers and or initiate with that Omni Slash, which is still available to him. And you just don't want to... It's tricky. You want to burn out the Aegis, but at the same time, you don't want to throw everything onto the guy who has 2 lives, who can just Omni Slash out of it. Omni Slash as a comeback mechanic from that team fight. So Manticore is pushed up to their back of their lane, their base, and there's nothing they can do here. They have to be careful here. One misstep and it's going to be bad news bears. Ember Spirit has his remnant in case that they want to make something happen here, and Juggernaut is just going to siege straight into the tier 3. He's going to spin in and take up the damage. Nothing too crazy. They're trying to time in the spells, but no, the Mimi Hammer does not connect. The Shearing Chains though does connect as well. The ulti from the AA and the Zeus is not going to do that much damage to Manticore, but it's enough to scare them off, especially their main right-click damage, which is the Morphling. Both cores are forced to back off until they regain a bit of health here. Searing Chains connects onto the Lord, who does manage to pop up his pipe. Is going to be fine, but whoa, Replica cast out onto the tree with the vacuum done by the Darkseer. Is he going to fall for the Melodic? Looks like he's going to be fine, but Storm is going to jump into the backlines, gets onto the AA. Oh, BKB is going to be popped here on both cores on Manticore. It looks like they're going to go for blood. Zeus is in the bad position here. He's going to fall as well. Double kill on Bubbles. Oh, he's going to get for 3, and it's going to be 3 kills for nothing. They don't get the tower. They don't get any kills. Juggernaut's going to be stunned here. He's going to call again out. No, the Omni Slash goes onto the Crypts. Meanwhile, Ember Spirit gets picked off the back line. The Juggernaut trying to bring the egg. It's going to be enough. He does get the kill, but is he going to fall from the Death Ward? Looks like it's going to be a lot of damage here. He does get a second chance in line, but with no blade here, he's going to be dead. There's no way he can TP out of this without getting killed. He just gets silenced up as maybe it's the stun paralyzing cast. Where is the stun lock coming from? Everywhere. And that is 5 for 1. A very, very brave fight from Culebre, but it looks like they got punished really hard for that. They lost the Aegis and lost the whole team fight. 2k goal lead currently still, but you can tell that Manticore aren't going down without a fight. So they want to make use of this advantage now and push out the lanes, push out all the waves and get as many objectives as they can. They know that Juggernaut doesn't have Omni Slash. They know their Wall of Replica isn't available. So this is the best time they have right now to take out this tower, tier 2 tower. Oh, AA Blast not gonna connect onto the Morphling, who is, he couldn't care less. He has BKB ready up though to back him in. He's gonna wave farm out of there, yeet, but they have to back off right now. They can't be too risky. Ember Spirit gonna go right in with Zula. Does he want to go for it? Nope, he doesn't get the Shearing Chains combo off, and that's gonna be it. Yep. Wow, that was an amazing team fight by Manticore. Good communication, good initiation, especially from Bubbles. He knew what was his priority target. He had to go for the Zeus especially. That guy, if you leave him alone, he's gonna nuke your cores, especially a Morphling who wants to focus more on agility for the extra damage and armor. He's gonna get punished if he doesn't have his BKB available for that fight. So it looks like Morphling is still halfway towards his Scotty. Phoenix gonna go for a Refresher Orb. Okay, that's an interesting one. I would personally go for an Aghanims as a Phoenix spammer myself, but hey, to each their own, man. Witch Doctor does have a Glimmer Cape, which is good. It helps them save themselves from any dive-ins from the Ember Spirit, as well as the vacuum from Darkseer, who till now has made really good work of his vacuums. At least 3 in both team fights, major team fights. Very strong performance from him. But there's not that much follow-up from besides the Zeus ultimate, and the AA Blast did not connect onto their preferred targets. So what is the game plan here for Culebre? They know that Manticore can always put up a fight, but what can they do besides just maybe waiting for the late game? They do kind of scale well, somewhat better, but I would always be worried about a Morphling Storm at the late game. Especially if you give maybe an Ex Machina to the Storm Spirit or Falling Sky onto the Morphling. Alright, let's see. Lotus Orb, yep, completed on the Darkseer. Yay! That's really good armor for a decently priced item, about 4k. Cracking Coat, let's go. More armor for the Darkseer. Yep, that boy is gonna be super, super tanky. Oh, bottom lane. Do they see someone? they know the Storm was pushing bottom. The question is, do they want to commit for it? They do use the search onto the Ember Spirit to scout out the area, and it looks like Storm Spirit is going to be casually walking back to safety. Oh, but it looks like they're going to fight here. They're going to Ember Spirit is going to be chain locked in the silence as well. The ball can catch Storm too, but it looks like the Ember Spirit does fall as well. The AA, the Ember Spirit buys back here. BB is going to be popped, and the egg is going to be used as well. And Juggler on the side is making a lot of damage, but Zeus ult is going to make sure that the Morphling pays for his dive. Okay, the egg's going to be called out, but Manticore, I have to fall back here. They're using the Underlords. Oh, but he gets killed before that! He doesn't have any ways to save his teammates, and come on! Use your use! Okay, he's fine. Glimmer Cape. This is gonna be enough to save his life, but Ember Spirit is gonna jump right back in! See ya, suckers! You thought you got fine, didn't you? But Ember Spirit is gonna give them the vision that they needed. And the vacuum once again catches all the members of Manticore. Wow! Veal is really popping off here together with Zula. They are the ones that are frontlining the crap out of this team. Fearless and brave. That is what you need in your divers, people. So this tier 3 is definitely gonna fall as well as the Rex. Nothing they can do here except for 45, but that's only a temporary solution for this very strong and alive team for Culebre. They're trying to look to maximize the efficiency of this push by taking out the mid and top wave. And it's gonna be at least one Rax fall, but I kind of feel like they should have left the Juggernaut at mid because Aghanim is available on the Zeus now, but they don't manage to get the Meme Hammer on. The Vacuum does miss this time, and looks like it's gonna be two Rax at least. No, they don't really have the right click damage to take this mid Rax, and they are starting to come back here back on Manticore. But the question is, are they gonna make a fight out? They don't have egg available. The top Rax does fall. Mid somehow survives. Alright, Ember Spirit is still back in. He wants to go in. He does get a Shearing Chains off, but the Eels does manage to save the Phoenix's life with a delay. AA is gonna fall very low if he doesn't manage to get his Glimmer Cape off, but Zeus is fine. Only the Dark Sea was picked off in that fight, and they do manage to save their mid Rax, but at what cost? They lost their top lane, and they don't really have much vision. That's the problem here. Dire side only has vision of the river, whereas Culebre does have a little bit more with the rivers at Roche and also at the Bounty Rune. Oh, Zeus ult is gonna be popped to get a vision of where the enemy Manticore is. Okay, he did have to commit his BKB for that for the next 40 seconds. He is somewhat vulnerable to the CCs. Okay, so he's gonna be working on his Bloodstone to get that additional regen, and it's really nice to have the health burst boost when you're in a pinch. He has to commit a lot of, I think, 50% of his health though for that. Okay, Underlord is still not the tankiest to right clicks, but then again, only the Juggernaut is the real worry when it comes to right clicks. That's why the pipe is really important as well as the Essence Ring. Oh, meanwhile top. He got caught off, I guess. Yep, Orchid. You didn't even need the Electric Vortex for that. Okay, so looks like nothing crazy is happening on both teams aside from that little pick off. Juggernaut does get his Abyssal Blade and Battle Fury ready up for the next fight. He's looking to get his Satanic lifesteal as much as he can. And okay, let's see. Morphling is this is tricky. You want the silence from the Mindbreaker, but at the same time you want the minus armor from the Orbit Destruction. It's more of like a situational, I guess, to each their own. Okay, so the Skadi and the Saint Yasha means this Morphling is gonna have a lot of HP to work with, especially if he morphs up into Strength. Bloodstone is completed on the Storm Spirit, and this is looking like a really good time for either side to take a team fight. Their cores do have the items that they need and want, but with the Ember Spirit still for 34 seconds, it doesn't look like Culebre wants to take a team fight this soon. However, Manticore, they don't have an SOD of it. Oh wait, they do, on the Witch Doctor, yep. But since Underlord is not really right next to them, oh, careful, mid lane. They are trying to bait out with the haste, but he's just gonna give it up to the Darkseer. He's like, that's not worth. Alright, alright. Storm is gonna look to farm up his next item, which is gonna be a Hex. Okay, Ice. It's it's one of those really comfort items. You always want to have a hard lockdown onto whatever your target is. Orchid can easily be purged off with silence. Oh, the smoke does come out from Manticore, but it's only 3. They're signaling they want to wrap around bottom lane, which this Juggernaut is getting surged straight up. And he does have his what's it called? Hyperstone. Oh, okay, he's gonna Abyssal Blade straight onto the Underlord. Takes a heap of damage, but is it gonna going to be enough. The Omni Sledge goes onto the Morphling. He's going to be fine, but no, he manages to take up all the damage for his teammate. Doesn't amount to anything because they both die from the Zeus. Wait, what's going on? Oh, okay. That Witch Doctor is a bit in a questionable positioning here. They try to save his teammate, but the Phoenix does manage to get out here. Storm wanted to go in with the BKB and commit, but all they did was managed to pick up the AA. I think the Zeus blinked up. Yep, he managed to blink out from the danger and sacrifice his pause 5 for that. Oh, that was actually so close from the Morphling saving his teammate from the Omnislash, but he still managed to fall due to the sheer amount of damage pulling up from the team. Okay, Storm is going to try to clear a wave, but he misses it entirely. The Zeus, you know, Ag's trying to make sure he gets anything out, but it's, oh no, the Searing Chase caught the Phoenix, but the buyback's going to be coming out on both of the Force 1 and Force 3. The Zeus going to be flying away from the fight. It looks like no one's going to be caught so far aside from the Phoenix, who does buyback as well. He does an egg available. They don't want to take this fight. They have to. Morphling's going to be rooted up again. The Juggernaut is doing as much damage as he can, but with the okay, the AA ult is going to connect onto everyone here, except for the Witch Doctor and Phoenix eggs pop. Everyone has to back off here for Culebre. They don't want to commit too much. They noticed that they got a lot of BKBs as well as ultimates popped here from Manticore, as well as 2 buybacks on the 2 cores, pulse 1 and 3. I think that's gonna be that. They're gonna back off. They lost the Dark Seer. Same thing happened in the previous fight when they took the top lane or mid lane. Yeah, mid lane. Rex. Oh, still 14k net worth lead because of the buybacks though. That's gonna hurt for their team's net worth. They're signaling Roche. They want to take it, but the AA spots them out, going for it. They do have the chilling touch. What was it called? What's the Vortex? Oh no! Storm Spirit, he does see someone farming in the small jungle, but the Juggernaut catches onto Salt, gets the solo kill on the Underlord, and he will fall. That's no buyback. 90 seconds without your main tanker. AA's ult is going to connect onto 2. Yase is going to be falling pretty low here. The heal's not going to help you, man. Oh! Azula sees them and gets the Shearing Chase as well as the Side of Fizz onto both of them, but is it going to be enough? No, he does not. Giant Remnants is going to be thrown out to get a bit of aggressive positioning here, but Azula, he's in a bad position here. He can't use the Shearing Chase to dodge it, but he's just okay. He's just going to buy time and get the Aegis to his teammate. They do lose 3. The Zeus got picked off here by the Bubbles. Trying to focus on Aqua, but doesn't look like he's going to be doing anything. Salt is going to use the Omnislash here to take out both. There's a lot of damage going onto the Manticore. Holy shit, he took down 2. He takes down 3. Someone stop this man. Okay, Salt is in a very strong position here to take the Rex, especially with no buyback on your 2 cores. Only the Storm Spirit is the only hope for this. Does he have buyback though? Okay, only the Storm has buyback. That's the only one. And GG has been called. Well played to Team Culebre. They are currently stepping into Game 3 with a staggering 2-0 lead. Salt coming in to save the day. I mean, win the game for them. And let's go on to Game 3 shortly. We will see you in a bit.
also be. This could go on for infinity. Color coded just to keep me sane. My world is finally starting to take shape. I press the button and it bursts into life. This time nothing will escape my sight. I see the stars and the planets soon follow. Expect to have the universe by tomorrow. Just sit back and relax, don't worry. The world can wait. No need to hurry. Try living in a world without colors. Every day going no, nothing other. But you don't really want to be gone. You just wanna feel like you belong. Is this just me? Cause I feel like this is not how it should be. But the conclusion is this. If you cannot for lives unseen, look away from reality. Hide behind a mask, look confused when you're asked what you've done to help humanity. It's not you, it's not me, it's all together. Try to change all the harm we've done to ourselves, to the earth, to the voice not yet heard, to the world left behind our own. away from reality. Hide behind a mask, look confused when you're asked what you've done to help humanity. It's not you, it's not me, it's all together. Try to change your it's me looking down on me. The world above must also be. This could go on for infinity. Color coded just to keep me sane. My world is finally starting to take shape. I press the button and it bursts into life. This time nothing will escape my sight. I see the stars and the planets soon follow. Expect to have the universe by tomorrow. Just sit back and relax, don't worry. The world can wait. No need to hurry. Try living in a world without colors. Every day going no, nothing other. But you don't really want to be gone. You just wanna feel like you belong. Is this just me? Cause I feel like this is not how it should be. But the conclusion is this. If you cannot for lives unseen, look away from reality. Hide behind a mask, look confused when you're asked what you've done to help humanity. It's not you, it's not me, it's all together. Try to change all the harm we've done to ourselves, to the earth, to the voice not yet heard, to the world left behind.
Alright, welcome back everybody. This is the deciding match between Manticore and Culebre, who has a 2-0 lead as of now against their opponents. This is actually the deciding match whether they win or it'll go into game 4. So as you've seen in the previous 2 games, Salt managed to get an immense amount of kills when it happened in the late stages to clutch the victory for his team. Even though he lost his Zeus, it was fine. He avenged him to the death with that Omni Slash that killed both the Morphling and the Underlord. Yes, on the Manticore. And from there, it just fell apart. Even though the Zeus was picked off by Bubbles, it wasn't enough to stop that man. Alright, so Baton stage going off immediately. The Darkseer as well as the Veno plus the Underling and the Ogre Magi will be picked off from the hero pool. Grimstroke's gonna be taken here as well as Doom. Okay, early picked Doom, possibly gonna be a pause 4, probably gonna be a pause 3, or they can shake it up and be mid Doom. Also happens. So, I mean, it's all about how you execute the fights. It all comes down to that. You could pick off the supports, but if you used all your resources to take them out, all you have left is definitely not going to be enough to take down a 5-slotted Juggernaut, who has Abyssal and Omni Slash available with that MOM, the attack speed with that damage is gonna melt anyone who stands alone against him. So it's not enough to just push him out of the lane. You gotta bully the core Salt from Culebre. You gotta bully him out of the lane. You gotta bully him out of the jungle. You gotta take objectives while bullying him to make sure he stays irrelevant. And you gotta make sure you do not, and I repeat, not give any unnecessary kills, even though the trade-off is slightly ever so in your favor, because evidently it's gonna be somewhat space for their carry if you don't look for him. Now, that being said, let's move on to the present, where we have a Magnus finally being picked here. It's been banned in most of the games between these two. The Zeus is going to be picked up by Manticore. It seems that what sort of works for, Culebre, Manticore wants to take it up for themselves. Who knows? They might even do it better than him.
10 seconds.
Alright, so Magnus and Grimstroke are going to be probably the boss 5 and 4 respectively for Culebre. Zeus still might be the mid for Manticore, but can also be a boss 4. Dark Willow's being banned from the hero pool. Oh, she's actually my favorite support. Unfortunately, we won't be seeing any action of her in this deciding match. Who knows? It might go into game 5. Let's wait and see. Maybe Manticore has something in store for us that they're just dying to show. PA is banned. No surprise there. Nuke carries are definitely something you want to avoid, because sometimes, even though you have the reaction speed, RNG just screws you over with that 12 seconds on the clock for the before the reserve time kicks in for Culebre. It's probably gonna be one of the usual bans. Faceless Void maybe this time. They're not worried about the Grimstroke combo now, since they have half the parts for that. And they will be taking their reserve time into consideration for this next ban. They may consider Storm, because he was actually a big problem for Culebre early on. But once they figured out, hey, if he picks up one of us, means he won't be able to take care of the rest of us. Witch Doctor is not going to be available in the pool. So it's now Manticore's turn to ban before they go to the next set, and finally the next pick. Rikimaru, very annoying hero, definitely, especially if he's on the carry side. You don't want to face against him once he has that diffuser blade, especially as a squishy support on Zeus. Okay, 15 seconds on the clock.
10 seconds. 5 seconds.
Not too much deviation in the hero picks for this series. More or less the same heroes, more or less the same band, so we don't get to see something too crazy aside from that Juggernaut pick and the Zeus pick. AA was a nice touch, and that Ember Spirit played by Azula did so much work in giving the foreground, the grassroots to set up for the ganks, as well as the vision for the AA to toss up his Ice Blast. Lich is going to be eliminated from the picking pool. Picking pool. And now the final ban for this phase is for Manticore Sven. Unfortunately, we won't be able to see a Sven in these 3 games, but who knows. Okay, 20 seconds. First pick for this phase was going to be Rubik. Now, I like Rubik as a initiator because, that's telekinesis is a very strong ability, especially if you have heroes that rely on positioning, such as maybe a Pudge or a possible combination of spells. And Void is going to be finally seen in this series. Oh, they do have a Vengeful Spirit though, as a counter, sort of a counter pick solution for the Void's Chrono. So whoever gets caught, especially if it's a core, their mid, or their carry be whatever, Vengeful Spirit can probably just never swap anyone out to safety at the cost of probably her own life.
Just who will die?
Snapfire comboed with Magnus and Chrono. I am liking what I see here. That's actually a lot of magic damage here, but there is also the risk that once they don't have their ultimates available, this team is ever so more vulnerable to a counter attack. especially if they do not
5
manage to get
seconds.
the end result that they want on Culebre. Mortimer's Kiss is always a great ability
What's
to
Radiant's
have early
ban
on
plan
once you reach
anyway?
level 6. And Slark is going to be banned by Culebre. Now, Manticore might want to take away something that really enables this lineup from the Dire team. Something with maybe a strong stun, or who knows, maybe Ember Spirit. Just
10
saying,
seconds.
he was a problem last game. They do have 2 more
5
bans
seconds.
before the final picks. I don't think either side has shown their mid unless that is a support Magnus and a mid Snapfire. One and a half minutes on the clock here for the reserve time for Manticore to think of their next ban, which is going to be followed up by 2 more picks, so they have to make sure they make this count. They got to know what they want to do. They have the magic damage from the Zeus, as well as the Doom and Fade Bolt from the Rubik, who can possibly steal Chrono. Actually, Rubik has a wide array of choices of spells for him to steal. He's got every ultimate from all of the heroes from Culebre, as well as Time Walk, which not the best, but it's good for, you know, wasting the Culebre's time. So Battle Rider is going to be banned here because, yeah, why not? They want to avoid as much
What's Radiant's
catch.
ban plan anyway?
I'm surprised Barra
It's
isn't
Dire's
banned,
turn to pick.
but that's okay. It doesn't look like he's going to be picked here. Phoenix and Wraith King are both gone from the pool here. 22 seconds for the final pick, with plus reserve time of 21 seconds for Culebre. They gotta
It's
make this
Radiant's
count. They
turn
gotta
to
close the gates. Oh, nice Stalker! And just as I said, it's someone that really enables this team is vision. They want to be able to see where they want to place the Chrono, the RP, and Night Stalker, when he uses Dark Ascension and he flies around, he can see the world. Dark Warden is the final pick for Manticore. I'm not sure how I feel about it. He is kind of a farm-centric heavy hero, so it's really up to Manticore to be able to play the cards right and create the space that they need for this Yase to get online. He's got to get his Midas, he's got to get his Maelstrom, plus the Hex and the Shadow Blade, everything that he need to get the positioning right to catch Culebre off guard. So same players picking the same roles, but I can actually really happy to see this pretty different change in terms of characters. Only the Grimstroke, Zeus, and Doom are the same. Everyone else is different. I like it. And ladies and gentlemen, let's go into game 3 of this grand finale between Culebre and Manticore. And also apologies for the previous game for not being able to show the graphs for the net worth as well as the XP difference between both teams for game 1 and 2. Much apologies. We will try to keep that in mind for this one. That being said, let's get right into it. This is Culebre's game to lose. The cards seem to be stacked in their favor as of now, but who knows, Manticore might be able to pull something off late game. I mean in the last minute. So it's going to be a pause for Magnus with
Let's just
a
wait
mid
for
Snapfire. I called it,
Well,
folks.
not to
I
me.
called it.
Oh,
Give me the
doesn't make
credit.
up my mind.
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm
Salt
just
is going to be
kidding.
the carry as expected. He has been performing to the latter and being able to do the damage that is required by his team. Doom offlane going to be paired off with the Rubik. Mid Zeus played by Bubbles. Okay, Jerry Boy on the bench, plus a carry. Okay, it's a carry. Arc Warden. Not sure how I feel about his laning presence because you know, the flux is only really strong if your target is alone, and considering that in the lane, the amount of creeps that is going to be present is a good avenue for the their opponents to escape the flux damage. Rip
30
stream. What does
seconds
that
to
mean?
battle.
Apparently Jerry Boy says that there's something problem with the stream, is it? Oopsies. Oh, top lane looks like Assault is going to be engaging here with Aqua alongside this duo from the Radiant team. Trades of hits from the two supports. Nothing too special here. Meanwhile, bottom lane, they are going to spam the Spark. Remnants? Spark Raves. Alright. So, here we go.
Time to raise bloody hell.
Okay, let's see here. Oh, okay, cool. My bad. It turns out I could actually activate it by myself, even though there was supposed to be an option here. Much apologies here. Oh, meanwhile at bottom lane, Vengeful Spirit does get cut off, and Azula does get the kill. Ooh, 1k, almost 1k advantage to him. I mean to the team. So not that crazy of a start. Only the support gets picked off. And let's get into this laning stage for game 3. Alright, so it's actually important you cut this tree here as a core because you want to be able to create a small little avenue to get away in case you get cut out with the spell from the enemy team. And quick harassment is going to be thrown out here, but the time warp is going to negate it completely. The Faceless Voice is going to focus on regen and getting his last hits to maximize the efficiency of his presence in the lane. Rubik is going to look to stop the camp from 1 minute. Same goes for Aqua, and it looks like neither team is going to be able to pull in a short for the next minute. So Mad Dog is going to be going up against Bubbles, the fearsome Storm Spirit from the previous game, who did do a lot of plays for his team, but if only it was enough. So Vio is going to be the offlaner with the Night Stalker, coupled together with his buddy Azula, who is going to be a very enabling factor for farming. So that way his Empower is going to let his Night Stalker farm jungle faster, as well as his Faceless Void. Empower is actually a very strong ability, considering that you can not only cast it on yourself, but on your teammates as well. And the wave is going to be pushed up here, which is good news for Dire, since they are not going to be worried about, oh, looks like they're going to be committing on him. He's a bit overextended here. Do they have the skewer? No, they do not. They don't manage to get the positioning right. They want to get into the tower, but it looks like they're going to go straight up in, and Paul's going to be coming out from Grimstroke. Lagging. Okay, so Culebre. No, kind of explains why he's almost one spell away, but they've already used the Fade Ball, so not really in a risk. But he does seem to be having a lag problem right now. So let's have a look at the last hits. It looks like Arc Warden, despite being in a bit of a pressured lane, is topping the charts with 11 last hits. And then the Snapfire is doing pretty well for himself, managing to win the mid mirror with 3. Well, with 2 minutes on, and actually there's still a bounty here apparently on Dire. Okay, so Culebre, can they get the kill on the Yase? It'll be really good for their lane presence if they do manage to get this pick off. He can't really TP, and the fall of their carry was inevitable, in fact. They punished him really hard, and just because they managed to have enough mana for both spells. And Zula already has a Tranquil Boost completed. Top, Salt managed to survive that little skirmish. Okay, very lucky for him. I think he probably just solved his problems away. Huh? Get it? He solved the problem. I'm sorry. Okay, meanwhile in mid lane, doesn't look like it's going to be anything too aggressive, because Snapfire can only do so much until he gets his power spike at level 6 or 7 with that level 3 scatter shot or little shredder. It's gonna be really interesting to see whether we get a right click Snapfire or just a typical one. Oh, meanwhile, Leo's falling pretty low. Almost gets caught too far away from his tower. And he does manage to heal back up and get back into the lane for that juicy last hits and experience. Okay, Sentry Wards have denied both teams their camps to pull respectively, but however it looks like only the Radiant side of the camp for the top lane is being blocked. No, doesn't look like they need to do such as of now. Salt seems to be walking left and right. I wonder if he's lagging again. Kind of looks like it. Yep. Unfortunate. Yep, the disconnect. And let's have a look at the graphs right now. Difference in net worth. Okay, seems to be going more in favor to Culebre. Alright. Okay, so the Night Stalker has to back up as well. Faceless Void does manage to reconnect, and we should be seeing a resume in the next 20 seconds to Wraith Bounce on the Arc Warden as well as Nothing really special coming up from the Vegetable Spirit. He didn't manage to get a Wind Lace, which would be really helpful in the early stages with that additional movement speed to help catch for a kill or escape a gank. But seeing as Zeus doesn't really need to leave the lane to gank, doesn't really matter because that global presence with the Wrath of the Thunder God. Das is gonna pressure up the Faceless Void as much as he can. Oh, and yep, Chain Lightning, he got it from the neutral camp. It's gonna be a great source of cheap damage. It's actually really efficient, 50 mana for 140. That's so strong. You can just spam that. Oh, okay, Salt's falling pretty low right now. He's forced to use his Time Walk to get away from danger, but Aqua is in a bit of an awkward situation. Okay, doesn't look like they're gonna use the lift on him, but always possible. 5 minutes mark? No, okay, that was just the extra rune. Then maybe it was all planned, guys. It's for the you know, the bottle. Yeah. 200 IQ plays. They left it there on purpose. Okay. Top lane is gonna be pushed up here for Dire. They don't have a choice but the farm. Meanwhile, the Ink Spell is gonna be committed as well as the Time Walk. Yes, they do get the stun off, and it does connect onto the onto the Doom, but the Stroke of Fate does not connect, and it looks like Salt is gonna fall really low here. One more rank is gonna take, and that's the final hit. It's enough to finish him off. But can he get a Stroke of Fate off? Oh no, this is not gonna be enough damage. Oh my, double kill going onto Das. How many times is this support gonna get 2 kills? Alright, another disconnect. It looks like it's not gonna be a good good game for Salt this time. He keeps having this problem. He has lagged in the previous games, but not to this extent. Alright, Midas being stacked up here in queue for the Arc Warden. He wants to be able to get up that early farm as much as possible. Nothing much that Jerry Boy can do aside from that because he only has skilled 1 point into each spell. The pings are coming out there saying that mid is missing. They're probably farming in each other's jungle. The courier does get the item to Mad Dog.
I didn't know you could call a timeout for more.
Alright, it looks like Salt is having really bad technical issues here with his internet. Meanwhile, Zeus, he's been spotted out. He's going to be hit by the Q, and oh my lord, the Mortimer's Kiss is going to be more than enough to secure the kill on Bubbles. Shockwave managed to pull him just in range for that. Oh, it looks like Little Shredder is going to be able to connect. Oh, no, not enough damage from the Stroke of Fate. Did not manage to hit, and so such he manages to walk away with his life. Meanwhile, top lane, it looks like the Void is in a slightly better situation in terms of health, but not in terms of losses. Oh, okay, bottom lane, they do pick up the Night Stalker with the help of the Zeus ultimate. That's a lot of damage there with the passive as well.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Oh wait, it's only level 1. The Zeus does use his lightning bolts and scout out for any wards. They do only find the sentry, however. There are 2 more observers that are in a good situation to provide as much vision for Culebre as much as possible. Das is going to be providing some cover for this rune, illusion rune, but it looks like, oh, Bad Dog, he wants to deny it. Vivo is on the way and he wants this kill, but he's only level 4, there's only so much he can do. He gets the crippling fear off, but it looks like the backup from Jerry Boy is more than enough to scare off the big bad bat. Or vampire? I don't know, man. So that is 3 mid, which means that bottom lane, the Arc Warden is going to be alone versus Azula. Oh, but top, they want to do something here. It looks like it. Das wants to go for the kill on Salt because they know he has a little bit of a spike problem, but no, they turn it around with the Stronghold, the Phantom's Embrace, as well as the Kindly is going to get the stun onto him, but the telekinesis from the Rubik is going to make sure he's A-okay. Healed up with the Devour. Oh, Yase, he's in a bad position here. He's gonna be very low, but the TP from Dust was enough to scare away the Night Stalker. But Azula is also not really in a situation to fight. He wants to heal up with his mana pot. And now the neutral items begin to spawn for both teams, and they can get that extra boost in capabilities. Oh, Yase, he's a bit found out here. The Flux is going to be thrown onto Vivo, who's going to be fine for now, but it looks like with the numbers that they have here from Manticore, he's going to be brought down, killing spree on the Rubik. Oh, Zazula does get this dust closer to the tower, but is it going to be enough though? Shockwave gonna coming out as well. Aqua is trying to right-click this man down, but he is doing so much damage to Azula, who does fall to Yase. So the only takeaway from that is that Aqua does get the killing spree on Das. Okay, not too much farm for the cores, except for Aqua, who does manage on Yase, who does manage to get the kill onto the Magnus with that, and with that, Aqua is still staying around to see whether they can help out. Top lane is alone, so it's just gonna be a 1v1 situation between the Void and Doom, who does have his ultimate available before Void, and he has the mana for it as well. This could be a big problem for him if he gets caught off, if the Salt gets caught off guard, but it's okay because he has Azula to back him up in case of emergency. There we go. Iron Talent, great farming item. He's gonna trade it in for the poor man's shield. Nope. Okay, he gives it up. He wants that additional tankiness and from the PMS. Alright, Magnus gonna be maximum in power as expected. The ward's gonna be placed here for extra vision in case of for setting up a potential gank by Manticore. And it looks like Dire doesn't really seem to want to take any fights for now, even though they do have the nighttime advantage on the Night Stalker. Snapfire is going for the right click Veil with the Maelstrom. Gonna be really interesting to see that take off late game. I really want to see a Snapfire just force shot a support if he has a Daedalus especially, or maybe a Desolator. Meanwhile, in top lane, it looks like the Magnus is going to try to go for a play. Does he manage to go for the skill on? Yes, he does, but that's all it looks like. He's going to Shockwave in to get some extra more damage, and the Doom is going to be brought to use his Scorched Earth to do additional, you know, DPS and harassment. But the question is it going to be enough to bring him down? Does he want to commit the Doom? He's thinking about it, and he just gets juked around the tree line. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Mortimer's Kisses manages to get a kill onto the carry, as well as the Vengeful Spirit, so that's 2 down from Radiant, with no kills on top. It's looking to be pretty good so far for Culebre. Their momentum is starting to pick up once they have the items on Snapfire, who doesn't even need to have the full Maelstrom to do that much damage. He already has his ultimate for that. So much burn and damage over time from Mortimer's Kisses.
If you're looking for Radiant's bottom tower, better hurry.
Doom has his Phase Boost as well as his drums completed and is looking to get a Blink Dagger for that extra initiation potential. Bounty Rune is going to be taken up from both teams. They're going to get their even trade, and the Midas is finally completed on the Arc Warden, who's going to look to capitalize on that extra income and experience. He's going to need his boost to kind of make it work, and they're going to take this tier 1 without any contest. Okay, Glyphs will be popped though, but it doesn't look like Culebre wants to make anything happen from this defense. They just want to farm up and possibly push out the bottom wave, which now that it's daytime, Night Stalker isn't going to be doing much, especially since he did not skill his Dark Ascension, and the whole team except for Zeus is going to be here for this tower takedown. Even with that, they are still behind, ever so slightly, behind Culebre. Now this Magnus is going to be looking to get his Blink Dagger. He is halfway there, but the question is, do they want to go for this kill? They don't know where's the Void, they don't know where is Grimstroke. Wait, let's see what Grimstroke's doing in terms of his skill sets. Okay, nothing too crazy yet. He's still trying to work and get to the kill. He's getting 2 boots. Okay. Magnus is going to be plucked away from the battlefield, and 4 people here from the side of Radiant, and Manticore does get the Doom onto Soul. The Faceless Void is in a big of trouble, but Rainbow TPs, they get the Soulbind onto 2, and the RP catches onto the 3! They're going to bring him back to the tower. They don't need to. They have the stun, lockdown, and the damage. Who cares if the Void is muted? He's gonna kill you with his friends. Teamwork makes the dream work. Killing spree, double kill for VO, and that turns out to be a great fight for Culebre. Okay, the Grimstroke does fall from the Vengeful Illusion passive, but other than that, that was very well executed by Azula. The plays, the RP, wonderful timing and positioning, and Salt just walks away, farms. There's nothing they can do to stop this man now that he even has a skill that says, haha, nice damage. Alright, so the Doom is going to go bottom lane to try and push out this wave, but without his ultimate, he is not exactly in the best position to fight here, especially since all he has is this little nuke. It would be better if he managed to get a Minotaur stun or the Tomato Bear clap. Okay, Manticore, they are stacked up here at mid. The Zeus manages to finish up his arcane boots. Okay, he's working up to his next item, probably an Aether Lens. And it looks like they're gonna stack 4 heroes at bottom to get this tier 1. They know that there's no RP. It's gonna be down for another 50 seconds, and they have to do their best to hold up. However, they do have the Mortimer's Kiss and Chrono combination. They do see Salt is gonna be enough for them to want to try and make something happen here. They do have the oh no, the Chrono catches on the 2! Vengeful Spirit is not gonna use the swap to save his friend's life because they know they don't have the Doom to make anything happen, but she does use it eventually. Okay, Mortimer's Kiss is still gonna go on, but the Void is gonna hunt for this Jerry boy, who is gonna be taken down. The double kill going to Mad Dog. Alright, that was kind of, I mean, it's kind of a predictable situation. Like, the moment you see the Void, he's gonna jump in on you. You don't have the necessary means to stop him from doing that, aside from like a silencer ult maybe. But other than that, that was pretty well done by Culebre because of the timing and positioning of their team.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay, Manticore has to be a bit more patient here with these fights. They need to smoke up and maybe just catch 1 or 2 members of Manticore off guard and rinse and repeat until they manage to get the farm onto their Arc Warden, who is still working towards his next item, which is the Maelstrom. Yep, still halfway there, around there. Doom does have his ultimate, but no blink. He needs that additional bit more farm, 40 more gold, and he can start fights at will. Mid lane though, the Night Stalker is somewhat trying to get a kill onto Dust, but he's aware of the position he is in, and it's going to back off. Grimstroke might meet into the Vengeful Spirit though. Oh, they see each other, but they're just gonna say, hey, how you doing? I'm just dandy. Oh, no. Are you actually gonna go for the kill? Zeus has been spotted. He's gonna control his lightning bolt, and he does manage to scout out the Snapfire. They don't want to make anything happen right now because they're still trying to wait for the blink dagger on the Magnus. They do have 4 people on the high ground to make sure that if the fight goes on, they are ready to respawn. The Arc Warden, however, is still pushing up top lane, who's going to be pushed back by Mad Dog on the Snapfire. Meanwhile, Faceless Void is going to be looking to finish up his asset. Why? A really good item overall for health and damage, especially for an legitimate carry. But the silence going on to the Doom, who's going to be caught out here as well. The Bash is coming in. Shockwave's going to slow him down. The Phantom Embrace to make sure there's going to be no Doom available for him to use. Stroke of Fate does get stolen by the Grimstroke though, but looks like that's all it is. The Flux is going to be catching out the Magnus off guard, and the duel 2 RP with the Phantom Embrace to make sure they do get a lot of damage going on, but is it worth? They do lose the Magnus so far. It is 3-1, but Zeus is out of position. He wants more blood. It looks like he's going to be turned on as well. All there is just a clone. It's not even the real Arc Warden to help out, and it's going to be 4 for a support position for. Oh no, the support is going to be able to help you now, but the Doom is coming out for the Void, and he will fall as the consequence of diving behind the tier 1. Well, there is some sort of saving grace for that team fight, but it looks like Doom, he's falling pretty low here because of the amount of damage they have with the range. Oh, swap coming out. The Snapfire is in a bit of a dangerous situation, and the swap goes to the Night Stalker this time, who looks like Jerry Boy's gonna die for nothing. Mega kill going for no leash. And another one? And another one. Oh man, Mad Dog is really racking up the kills here with that Maelstrom with a lot of magic damage with that little shredder combination together. Wonderful RP there by Bob Azula once again. The plays coupled together with the Soulbind. Oh my. It's a lot of lockdown. They don't really have much plays around it because the swap can only do so much. Oh, they're gonna use the cookie on the Night Stalker, who's gonna be ink-soiled up, but is it enough to save his life? Nope, the lid is gonna only delay the inevitable, and he will fall. Wicked Sick streak onto Snapfire. And the 7k goal lead is, I would say, somewhat of an indicator of how well Culebre is dominating into the flow of this game with the pacing, as well as their team fighting together with to get objectives. Oh no, Doom, he's in a bit of a bad position here. He's gonna get skewed away from his tower as well as the silence. There's nothing he can do. He doesn't even have a way for him to save his life, and he's just gonna get bashed to death. Oh no, that was unfortunate positioning from him there. The blink into the skewer is what screwed him over. Not just that, they find more. They see the Vengeful Spirit. They take her life too. It's gonna be a very hard game for Manticore to come back from until they get their Arc Warden, the farm that he needs. He needs to get that Hex or Shadowblade to be able to survive these siege fights because he's just so squishy if he doesn't commit more than just a clone. Meanwhile, bottom lane, they want to get this bottom tower, but the clone from the Arc Warden is going to be able to delay that for now, it seems. But with the Empower onto the Void, this guy is going to be farming up really fast. 9k gold advantage as of now. They don't have the mana to be able to use RP. I wonder if he doesn't need it. Nope, he does not. They skewer into the base, but it looks like they're going to be disengaging immediately. The silence from the Night Stalker is going to make sure that they do not get the Doom off, but he doesn't have it ready, still on cooldown. Zeus's ult does show that they are really split up at the moment. They do not have their Snapfire, but it looks like they don't need him. They're going to be turning up the round fight. The Night Stalker does get Doom, but it looks like they want to take this fight regardless of the Zolbai coming onto the Zeus as well as the Vengeful Spirit. There's a bit of a chase here, but it's a bit of an awkward chase. And Morbius is going to catch us all the three. What they can do to stop it, they have to catch him off. No, the silence is not going to come up in time. Oh wait, he does. Holy shit, godlike spree on the Snapfire, who does miss his scatter shot, but who cares? RP catches on to the Arc Warden and his buddies. +1 is a 1-for-3 trade. So as of now, it's going to look very bad for Manticore. He did not manage to take down this Soul guy, but he is doing all the damage. The only one surviving is the Vengeful Spirit, who's going to run away from all that manly bashing. Oh, okay. That was very well positioned, I guess, but it was a bit of an awkward chase from Manticore. I'm not really sure what was their plan here. They were like, let's chase that Night Stalker, and we didn't really get him. We ended up getting the Snapfire, but that's about it. Position 4 and 2 for literally everyone except for the Vengeful Spirit.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
These
attack.
trades are not going into Manticore's favor. They need to find a way to smoke up and take an advantage. They need to kill off the playmakers in the team. They need to get rid of the Soulbind. They need to get rid of the Magnus and the Chrono. But it's so hard when the Culebre is sticking like glue at this point. Yoo-hoo! Alright, so they don't have Doom. They don't have any drum charges. There's not much they can work with here, especially since the Zeus is on cooldown. So let's take a look at the graphs here and see. Like as expected, the network is going down this way. Oh, they do. They catch out the Snapfire. Okay. So he's died back to back. That's a big hindrance on his farm. He was going to be looking to get his MKB, but it looks like that's going to be coming anytime soon. Meanwhile, mid lane, they're going to be looking to take this advantage and push out the wave. There is Rubik on standby. Not sure what he can do here, especially since you don't want to go up against the Faceless Void as a Rubik, especially since when he has Chrono available. He is going to be looking to get that Aghanim Scepter for that bash AoE effect on his Time Walk. Meanwhile, the Night Stalker is going to be... Oh, he has his Blink Dagger as well as the Sange and Urns. If he gets it up into a vessel, that's going to be very strong, especially since Doom's healing factor from that Scorched Earth is a bit of a problem here. They don't have Doom for 14 seconds. They actually want to go for this kill on the Void so bad, but they know they are not in the right position to fight, especially since most of their team is so split up. Void, he has the double damage. He's going to look for a kill. He's in for blood. He has Empower. He has the double damage, but what does he choose to kill? Everyone's on the menu except for... Oh, wait, he just go for the Doom. Oh, we wanted to get the Doom off, but no, the RP cancels off, and as well as the Chrono. He's going to catch on to 2. Critical Fate is going to make sure they get as much nuke as they can before the team from Manticore can respawn. And the Zeus is going to make sure that maybe Azula pops. Yep, he does. Oh, the Maelstrom proc gets him.
Radiant's bottom tower
That
is under
is
attack.
very fortunate. Very fortunate indeed. Okay, so they used RP, they used Chrono, but they still are in a pretty good position here to take objectives, especially since the Zeus has popped this ult. So that is a huge... that's their main nuke, I would say, potential. Gone. Dark Session is going to be popped here. They're probably just for scouting out the wards, it seems. No, not really much. He's just going to be surveying the area. He does have the Blink Dagger to avoid getting caught off guard. And with the extended vision, he is able to just yoink some of the creeps here in front of the Arc Warden's face. And it shows a little, crippling fear, a little void, and there we go. Doesn't look like anything's gonna amount from this. It's mostly just for vision and pressure. They do spot out the Grimstroke, I think. Or is it that's his teammates? Okay, nope, he's just pinging him to give him Empower. The 2 supports back at it again at the mid lane. Doesn't look like they're gonna be looking to fight until they get their ultimates back. Smoke's gonna be coming out here from Manticore though. They want to take the team fight knowing that the ultimates are down. The core ultimates are down for Culebre. They see Aqua. The question is, are they going to go for it? They don't have any sort of lockdown. He does not use the ensnare early on, but the silence coming up from the Phantom's Embrace is going to make sure he's going to not be able to get anything off. Holy moly, that's a lot of damage coming from the Snapfire. Meanwhile, the Soulbind in the backline is going to catch on to 2. the Void jumps in, but it gets stunned immediately. But the Skewer is gonna make sure that they split up. Oh my god, the Mortimer's Kiss is gonna do so much damage on the Radiant side. They're falling one by one like flies. Everyone dies except the Zeus, who is somewhat chilling in the jungle. He does have his boost of travel. He needs to get that Blink Dagger to avoid getting caught off guard. But it looks like, as it stands, the Dire side are in a very strong position to go for high ground if they want to, but they know that the Doom has not been used yet. As of such, they will probably just move on to Roche after this fortification has been used as well. So they are going to be looking to get more objectives from this team fight victory, waiting for the Glyph to run out, as well as the creep wave to approach. Okay, that's a bit of aggressive from the two supports here. Oh no, Dust has managed to pick off Aqua, who will get popped by Bubbles. And looks like Culebre has to back off here. They are falling pretty low. There's no need for them to overcommit. They have Void's Chrono back online, but it looks like they just want to continue farming up and keeping their advantage on. Oh no, never mind, screw that. Ulti coming out to Chrono catch on to 2. The Vengeful Spear is going to be popped immediately. Most of the Rubik, who's going to be dying, he's going to get killed off immediately as well. Zeus is in a bad position. He does not have the Blink Dagger to save his life as well as because of that. And it looks like that's a triple kill going into Salt with no any sort of punishment, retaliation whatsoever. He's not going to be using the beam to get this away from the Nice Stalker, and all he has to do is ensnare? Maybe? No? Okay, he's just trying to waste as much time as he can. Manticore falling apart, being torn to shreds at this point. Snapfire is going to be looking to get the last hit, and his TP does count. Okay, that is 4 kills to none in favor of Culebre, and they are going to be taking Roche because of that. So very well done by the Faceless Void for wrapping around behind them. They weren't really expecting it, nor could they react in time to that. As such, they are going to be taking the racks, and you can see that the chart says it all, folks. It's been pretty much one-way street for this match, the third match between Culebre and Manticore. So with the agents on the Faceless Void, he's even more of a threat because you want to take care of him. Oh no! BYO, he is being caught off here. He probably got swapped in. Yes. Yep. Nope. No, he didn't. 2 charges. He just got caught off guard, I guess, with the telekinesis. Yep. More than enough here. With no creeps to help him out. Slow, that takes a lot of magic damage. Probably gonna look for getting a BKB maybe, or a Lotus Orb to save himself from that damage. He does have the Blink and a Halberd to stop that Arc Warden from being nuisance. Oh, but the Steward gets onto Dust, but he's alone. Are they gonna commit anything for this guy? RP wants to be tossed out, but he cancels out immediately. He doesn't want to overcommit. However, the Snapfire is here to give some cover fire, and the supports coming to save the day. Okay, they do manage to use the Soul Bind, but Azula, he wants to get the RP. He knows there's 2 of them, but he goes in, he gets 2. Okay, Mortimer's Kid is gonna be thrown out here. The question is gonna be anything coming out? No, RP? Question mark? Used by the Rubik. Okay, Doom does not have buyback it seems, but the Rubik does if he wants to make something happen here. But the Void cleaning up. It's the Janitor, man. You don't want to fight him. Okay, run, circle, left. They do have vision, but it's not enough. He can't juke away from the bash. Zeus is still looking to get his Blink Dagger, but that's still a bit away. Okay, never mind, he got it. He sold his Null Talisman for it. Alright. And 3 kills for Dire, and they're just stacking up on their advantage. 20k net worth lead in 26 minutes with an Aegis. There is not much Radiant can do to finish off this team. It would take a lot of resources for them to exhaust on their front line, on their back line. Because they don't find the Grimstroke immediately, they don't find the Void immediately, and this Void has a Rapier with a Crystallis, who he probably is going to build into a Daedalus later on, but he wants to get his Satanic first, and probably going to disassemble Massive Madness for that. And it looks like Culebre wants to take the mid tower. Oh, he doesn't need Chrono for that kill. He does get muted immediately though. The RP does not come on side because it is still on cooldown, and it looks like the Rapier is going to fall on the deck. Yes, it will, but it will be picked up immediately by Mad Dog. They have to back off here. Culebre is in a bad position to fight, especially with their main carry being deleted from the fight. Oh, okay. Zeus also gonna be popped for vision, but the question is, are they gonna commit for this? It looks like he's gonna be okay. Gonna take a bit of a scrape here, but unfortunately, because of the well-timed stun, I think it was from the Rubik, he manages to catch the Magnus as well as the Vasa's Void, which allowed the Doom to get off.
Dire's middle tower is
So that's actually what I'm talking about, folks. You can always come back if you believe, and definitely at this skill level, comebacks are definitely a possibility, assuming that, you know, you play your cards right. Oh, speaking of play your cards right, looks like Video is going to be caught off here. A lot of damage here. You actually want to walk back, but the Snapfire is going to say, no, you are going to fight. And they do get a kill as of such, and therefore they have to back off as their main frontliner is dead. Spark Ray is going to be used as cover up, but it looks like the Night Stalker doesn't manage to catch anyone. The Zeus does not manage to use his W to scout it out in time, and it looks like he will take a lot of magic damage from this, but the Culebre Cape is going to be just enough to save his life. Earns up. Going to look to reinitiate the fight. They do have the Dark Ascension for vision, but the RP is going to do as much damage as they can with the Mortimer's Kisses, but they still are waiting for the 80 seconds of the Void. Okay, it doesn't look like they can do anything after that. Oh no, the Inkswell does catch on to the Vengeful Spirit, who uses up for W. The RP on the solo support, who does manage to steal, the Rubik manages to steal the RP as well, and the Magnus does fall. One of those Kisses is going to be popped, but it looks like that's all that they're going to get. Oh my, that's a lot of damage. That Vengeful Spirit did not know what hit him. The supports are dropping like flies here, but it looks like they're going to be fine. The Rubik is still alive, waiting for that space to use that RP, that valuable RP. Not sure what Azula was thinking there, trying to get the Vengeful Spirit thing was more of like a, you know, objective kind of kill. Get rid of the guy who can save them in the RP and Chrono. Then we can probably go in for the setup. But because they did not have the Vasa's Void there, yeah, it was a very difficult fight to make out of it. Let's see how the net worth is. So you can see there's a little bit of dip here, and the difference in terms of XP gain. Now, it's still an 18k net worth lead regardless. However, you can't count Manticore out of the team fight. They are only done when they throw in the towel, and they are not looking to give up anytime soon. This Zeus is actually starting to deal quite a bit of damage, especially since now he is much harder to pick off. You have to commit a lot of vision in order to scout out this guy. Well, the Void does manage to get his Rapier back and still wants to be able to take the Satanic, because he knows that Big Bay is not going to be useful against a Doom anyways. And however, you know, it's kind of hard to decide. You want the magic resistance, but at the same time, you want to be able to do as much damage as you can as the carry. And damage he is doing. He does not have buyback here, however, so the amount of last hits he has, it's actually insane, especially with the power boosting up his speed of his farm. Oh no, Vengeful Spirit, he's gonna be in big trouble here if he doesn't walk away. The wards are gonna be able to spot out the danger, and they're gonna be taken out immediately by the support, by the Grimstroke, and this mid-2 tower is going to fall regardless.
It's not every day you get to see Radiant's middle tower.
Oh, looks like Arc Warden and Zeus are going to be pushing up the top lane and backing off to safety, not making sure not to overcommit. In terms of buyback status, let's say we were to take a fight right now, it's pretty in favor of Radiant, not so much as the Dire. Culebre, they want to take a fight, but the problem is that Manticore isn't really giving them the opportunity. They are smoked up here as 5, as 4, with the Arc Warden showing they're trying to... Oh! They don't manage to catch Salt, but they do see the Azula, do they? No, they know someone was there, they popped the smoke, but that's all that happens. He managed to skew it away, but it looks like that's gonna be it. Is it? Alright. And one dies. That was really fortunate for Salt. If he was maybe 1 second or 2 a bit later, he would have been lifted up by the Rubik, and it would have been a really bad fight because the Doom was ready to just R the first person he sees. So Rubik does have his Blink Dagger and his Aether Lens on standby for the next fight. He still has RP though, but not for too long. It's roughly about 1 minute plus. Night Stalker is looking to get his Aghanims, which is pretty good. Would have preferred to see in a BKB or a Pipe, something that helps the team, you know, buff up against the Zeus. But doesn't look like the Void is interested in it. Oh, hello for Doom. He does find the Void, but it's more like the Void found him. RP is going to commit that onto him, and he will be dropped like a fly. The crits Oh, 4-man gonna be spotted out here by the Night Stalker. He does have his Dark Ascension, and the Void doesn't even need Chrono for this. He's just bashing him to death, and the little shredder from the Chrono's gonna be used, and it's gonna be catching the Arc Warden, who is definitely dead right now with the Mortimer's Kisses combination. Oh my lord. That one little slip up in positioning where the Doom overstepped was more than enough to lose Manticore that team fight, and potentially this game with 70 seconds without their Arc Warden, who does not have buyback. This is actually really bad. None of their cores have buyback. I guess their only play here is just to let them take the Brax. It's only one lane for now, but if Culebre wants to take it, they actually can. They still have the Soulbind, but okay. Night Stalker, calm down. I know you want your items. Not like this, man. Is it work? Okay, so Salt, he's telling his team he wants tier 3 at bot, but the question is they don't have the resources to make that request possible, especially since, well, you know, the big ultimates are down on RP, especially, and Chronosphere. Mortimer's Kiss is still pretty decent in terms of cooldown duration, but other than that, it's also a very valuable skill. Man, that bash on Time Walk, it's so strong. The supports just melt the moment he blinks to them. He doesn't even need to hit them. Yeah, look at that. Immense damage. Alright, so let's see. Night Stalker has his Aghanim Scepter completed. Magnus is looking to get his Solar Crest. Now, that is an item I have not seen for a while. Not sure why though. It's still pretty decent because of pretty good evasion. Oh, was it evasion now, or is it just oh yeah, they kind of changed it up. Oh, top lane, do manage to fight the Night Stalker, and he is going to be taken out. That is one less problem they have to deal with. 80 seconds without a guy running to your face, but the Skewer is going to hit onto the clone. Nothing much there, and looks like the real one's looking to get a fight. Flux onto the Grimstroke is going to be cooking it up to safety, but is it safe though? They do manage to spot him out with the support's help, and they lift it up. Just for insurance, he will fall with the Inkswell stolen as well. So that is 2 heroes down for Culebre, and not really sure if they can make anything out of this. However, they do have a Void with Rapier and Daedalus. That is a lot of damage coming out, especially with the Empower to cleave. Oh, smoked up. They're looking to get a kill. They know they're missing in numbers, but they don't manage to catch anyone off guard trying to push here. They're gonna go to the high ground, see whether they can find anyone who they're not really that close. They are aware that they are missing from their base and they're not defending, so they have to back off right now. The smoke will pop and will fade off, and they will just be minding their own business here. Mid lane. Wait. Oh wait, the smoke hasn't worn off yet. Alright, it just did. Okay, so they're just gonna get some bounty runes and try to farm as much as they can. Milnil and Manky are ready up on the Arc Warden. He actually does quite a lot of magic damage right now, but the question is it enough to pop the Void? They actually need a lot more stun lock or some sort of disable onto this guy. Maybe like a Hex or a Bloodthorn would be nice, especially since this Void does not want to get a BKB, but they are aware that he has a Satanic, which would make it a bit more troublesome to kill him off. Glyph is going to be popped here to make sure that they do not get the power kill on the mid lane, and it will be denied.
Their middle tower.
Alright, so it looks like Satanic is ready on the Void, who looks to finish up his item progression with a Lincoln Sphere. Now, that is going to solve his problem of being doomed up in the fight. And he'll probably look to take up the Doom first then, if that's his main priority, since he doesn't have to worry about being muted and silenced immediately. Doesn't even bother about the Rosh straight up, because he knows his team is more than tanky enough to do the damage. He's here to, you know, show off that bash. Alright, Rosh number 2, Cheese and Aegis. Is this going to be enough? Is this going to be the play that wins them the game as well as the series? Okay, Manticore is backing off into their base. They're aware that they are not in a good position to take a fight. Link is completed on the Void, which means if he somehow dies in this fight, he will not have buyback for the what happens next. Rave party going on here, yes. There's no Snapfire around. He is pushing at bottom by himself, which means that if they take a team fight right now, they won't be able to deal with the Snapfire for 20 seconds. But it looks like they're just going to be hiding in the back of their base, warding up, making sure that they are in a good position. They don't want to overexpose themselves. But the Doom, he gets skewed away. It looks like he's in a very bad position to be found to be, but no, the Lincoln comes out in time! And he's gonna fall with nothing in his arsenal left, and it's going to be a 4v5. No, make that a 3v5. Void goes in, Salt doesn't care. He's gonna make the Void, the BKBs, the buybacks coming up from both the support and the offlaner. He's gonna use the Chrono to finish off the Vengeful Spirit, and he doesn't care if there's heroes as well as tier 4s over his face, but the RP catches onto 2, and he's gonna waste the Aegis, use up the Aegis, gonna be popped as well, but he doesn't care. Ultra kill! Man, this guy just doesn't stop. He still has Satanic. He's gonna use it up immediately, but he's gonna get swapped into the fountain. Still trying to do his much damage, but he's killing them in the fountain. Backtracking all the damage, and it is a rampage with a GG. It is a magnificent finish for the series, ladies and gentlemen. Salt with the crits, with the bashes, and that concludes the series with Culebre as the grand finalist victory winners.
Try living in a world without colors. Every day going no, nothing other. But you don't really want to be gone. You just wanna feel like you belong. Is this just me? Cause I feel like this is not how it should be. But the conclusion is this.